art of punches when you could throw two punches that sound like one. He would throw punches, you can hear them. They would two, but they sound like fucking one punch. They don't understand. Anybody that hears this understand art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw two punches that sound like one.
Yo, welcome back to the chat. Let's get it popping. We got a great show lined up for you guys. Shout out the chat, man. Shout out Derek. I see Lisa in the chat. I see Hate Love in the chat. I see Koi Boy in the chat. I see Derek in the chat. Man, shout out everybody who's in the chat already. Make sure you guys hit that like button. And if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 10K. And you know, we do this every day, 2 times a day. We on camera 6 to 8 hours for your viewing pleasures. So if you like the sound of that, definitely join the team. And think about joining our Discord. It's absolutely free. A lot of community members hang out in there and have a good time in between the live streams. Our first video today, y'all know me. I love video games. I love gaming. I've been into some heated arguments with my homies about video games. And that's kind of what this first video is all about. Man stabs roommate to death over a video game. This is coming from Insanity Body Cameras.
I kind of like you too, man.
Insanity Body Cam is the channel. The name of the video is Man stabbed roommate to death over a video game. Let's check it out. Hey, my boy Saltwater. He up in the chat doing this thug thizzle, man. You already know he loves the gang, man, and we love him back. Shout him out. Welcome him a warm welcome.
This is Christopher Swalwell, and he loves playing Mario. Sometimes he will play with his roommate, David. However,
They old as hell. They playing Super Mario Bros? Is this I wonder what system they playing.
this time Chris played with David, he wouldn't walk out of there alive.
I kind of like you too, man.
Because this very game would be the reason David would stab
Shout out Hate Love in the UK. He caught both streams today.
Christopher over 40 times. Sometimes he will play with his roommate, David. However, this time Chris played with David, he wouldn't walk out of there alive.
I kind of like you too, man.
Because this very game would be the reason David would stab Christopher over 40 times.
That shit's scary, bro. Like being roommates with people you don't really know like that. Like, say you just met a roommate like on Facebook or Craigslist or something, bro. That's crazy.
Times, just hours after this recording.
I made $1 million. Yeah. Just get motherfucker. This is shit.
And I'm dying too, so I don't give a f. Because he was
Hey, Tara, welcome to the chat. Everybody show her some love.
running away from me. Please, please, please. And I said, I'm not your prisoner.
After David committed his horrifying murder, he would call 911 himself, explaining to police what exactly just happened. David wasn't trying to hide the facts that he committed the murder, but rather claimed that it was done in self-defense. After all, what happened between the initial fight and Christopher's death is unknown. Police would quickly rush to the scene, but nothing could prepare
Welcome to the chat, Dose. I hope you had a good day at work, love.
them for what they were about to see.
Yeah, copy. We don't see him. We're gonna go in. We can get into the building. Hold up. Hold up. What apartment again?
Hell no, Lisa. I know you joking. I know you joking.
Police department.
Yes, sir. Are you the one
Police department.
cut? Yes,
What's
sir.
going on? You're cut?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who else?
Besides the guy dying on the bathroom floor, no one.
Okay. All right.
On the
Talk to me at all, Chris. It's all facial. Can't. Facial in head, yeah. Don't move.
What's all that blood back there?
I don't know what it's from.
There's got a guy in last year from the top of his head. Yeah, well, you're right here. What do you want? There's a giant scalp. He's a scalp this one.
Okay. You just have to go on with me.
Yep. I'm here, Jared.
What's your name?
After they saw the sheer brutality caused by David, officers would rush to detain him before he had even the slightest of chance to cause damage to anyone's best friend. Yet he acts like nothing happened at all. Regardless, officers had a breathless body feet away from them, and with David now detained, all hands went on deck to get Christopher to the hospital as fast as possible.
On your count, Aaron. Hospital. You guys got good count? Wait, who's got the other leg? I got his. Who's got his left leg? Jared, grab both legs. Yep. 2, 3. Just go straight downstairs. Okay. Keep your hand down. Keep your hand down. You're right, buddy. All right. Keep there. Yep. Here we go. Go on.
There's one down.
Take your time. Take your time. You okay?
Yeah.
Nope. No, keep
No,
your hand
no,
down.
no, no, no.
Keep your hand down there. You're okay.
Go right. Ready? Come on, top.
The officers did everything they could to get Christopher the help he needed, but it was far too late. The damage David dealt was so severe that even if medics had been on the scene immediately after the attack, he still would have died. With the intensity of the situation now slowing, detectives had one question that had to be answered. What could have possibly led David to kill his best friend in such a brutal fashion? Something devastating must have happened, or so they thought. Because the more they talked to David, the more obvious it became that this murder was about as evil and ruthless as they could have ever imagined.
I do kind of want to find out from you what's going on.
Mother put his hands on my throat. Do you see the red mark?
Red net. Okay. Do you guys both live here together?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you and
I
Chris?
just moved in Saturday.
Okay.
He thought I was going to be his prison bit.
Okay. So let's start at the beginning. Sean, what's your first?
Bro just moved in. Bro just moved in a few days ago. That shit escalated quickly. What could he have done that made him that mad, bro? What 1,000 HP? Bro, so what they say they stabbed him 17 times? Am I tripping? Did I mishear that?
First name, sir? How do you spell your first name?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Couldn't help but laugh.
I just want to make. I know.
No, I know.
Is it S-E-A or is it S-H?
Thank you. It is.
S-H?
Yes.
A. Okay, got it. Do you need? Can I grab your phone for you?
Sir, it didn't release.
I know. I gotta fix that. Okay, so hold on a minute
Oh,
here.
my God.
Give me a second, okay? All right. I would like to take you down to the PD to talk a little bit more where it's quieter. So I'm gonna grab your cell phone. Do you want your keys?
Please.
You want SIGs to go with you too?
Please.
Is that cool?
6 months and phone.
So all that. I tell you what.
And if you wouldn't mind, lock the door. and my little girl behind us.
The fact that David asks to lock the door makes this whole case even more strange. It seems like David actually thinks his murder was justified. That even if Christopher put his hands around his neck, stabbing him over 40 times with a machete
40 times with a machete. Bruh.
was the right way to handle the situation.
All right, Sean, my man, we got to get your foot checked out too.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna
He
go.
must have taken his turn on Mario Brothers. That's a good one, Derek.
Did I do something wrong, or?
We're gonna go to the police department. So come on along.
Lily, you stay here, baby.
Yep. We'll make sure everybody's taken care of here. Okay.
Officers would transport David to their station for their one and only formal interview with him. And as expected, he would continue to show absolutely no mercy for his crime.
My name is Matt, and I'm a detective here at the police department. I understand you probably need some stitches. I'd like to talk to you about what happened. Of course. And I'll leave that completely up to you, whether you'd like to go get your stitches, then talk to me, or whether you want to talk to me now.
I'm gonna leave that handle and
No.
so let's just get it over with.
But no, it's completely.
No, I have a problem with that.
Yeah, we know. Jared, well, we can step out. We can have him step out.
To add to the array of sadistic character traits, David would ask for Officer Brakens to leave the room, who happened to be the only black officer on scene that night. The police report would state that David had called Brakens multiple racial slurs and made racist jokes towards him just minutes after the murder had taken place.
Tonight, at some shooting thing, or not a shooting thing,
Hustling fan.
floor fan or family. Picked it up off the base and hit me in the side of the head with it. And then put the base in my neck and tried to choke me out of it. And when I got up, I collected these. I know what I did tonight, gentlemen, but the mother put his hands on my throat and I defended myself.
Before I ask you any questions, you are here in handcuffs, so.
Is that still bothering you?
Yes,
Which one?
The left one.
Left one still?
Yes, it's really.
Okay, hold on.
You want to put a second set in there? Can you?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's get a second set in there so it gets you a little more.
Just give me a minute here, okay?
David would demand his cuffs to be readjusted in order to continue the conversation. They would comply and move his handcuffs to the front of his body. But right when the conversation picked back up, David would start to show his true emotions.
There's one gentleman by the name of Todd that, in fact, I don't know his last name, by the way. The second night I was there, Sunday night, Chris ran up on him. And I'm not going to do that type one because I know what would happen to me. But you know what?
All due respect.
No, I mean, he ran up on him like, get the out of my face, screaming at him, get the because we had to go to the store because I wanted to get some groceries and stuff. Just bring in, my share. And I called Tom and I said, would you mind watching my little girlfriend with my box? Yeah. Lily. I'm worried about her, by the way.
We're taking care of her. We got an officer out there.
He keep calling that dog his little girl, bro. That's weird as fuck. Yeah, guys, if you're new around here, definitely subscribe to the channel, man. We're on the road to 10,000 subs. Every subscription matters. So, you know what I mean? If you want to help us grow, help us build, takes nothing but a second of your time. Please hit that subscribe button and double tap them screens, man. It helps the stream out immensely.
That's with Lily, so
Do not put her on the phone, please.
they're taking
She's
care
my
of her.
solution.
Okay.
I'm
Damn, 1,000 HP. You down in New Orleans, you in UPS, and they don't got you an AC in them trucks? That's crazy.
begging.
Okay.
I retired last year because of the cyst on my back. I didn't have the heart to. I'm sorry.
No, I know.
No, sir. No, sir, you don't. I lost my wife, my mother, and all three of my dogs all within 3 months of 2008. My next door neighbor walked that box comes to me in one hand and said, "You need a friend." And I said, "I do." So I certified her and trained her myself.
Awesome.
And she's in that apartment, but after the stillness appeared, I didn't have the heart to make it work. So I officially retired last year. She turns 12, Valentine's Day next year.
While this has nothing to do with Christopher,
Yeah, he talking. Hey, shout out Wordsmith. He talking. He talking crazy, bro. He talking like this dog is a girlfriend or his daughter or some shit, bro. Like this has nothing to do with the fucking with the case.
it shows that David does have some caring bones in his body. More importantly, now that he's in an emotional state, the detective wants to capitalize on this and try to get to the true reason why David murdered Christopher so brutally.
You see what he did, or tried to do?
Y'all think Christopher tried some gay stuff and then dude flipped out? Like that's my theory. Cause he said he just met bro. Bro let him moved into his house. He was trying to get him to play video games. Seems like he was trying to groom bro, and bro wasn't going for it. That's just my guess.
So how did you find the apartment?
He
E Money was popping.
advertised online. I found it on, if I'm not mistaken, Marketplace.
On Facebook Marketplace?
Yes, sir.
And where'd you move from, sir?
I'm sorry. I'm worried about my little girl.
I understand.
She's all I have. I lost my wife after she passed. This fucker, he was a friend of mine, actually. I just want your two perspectives. I want to see the look on your face when I'm about to tell you what was asked of me. When I told him about losing my wife, he said, "What was the worst part?" I see it in you're puzzled by it. I said, "The worst part of what? Losing my wife? You mean other than losing my wife? The worst part was the last 9 months. Just watching her wither and die when she was not able to even respond. And my best friend was the one that brought all that home to me. 43 years I've known this woman. She's the one that brought it all home to me about 6 years ago. We were talking on the phone, and I said, "Love you tonight." And hung up, and she called me back and said, "God damn it, I'm still talking."
He stabbed his roommate. They were playing Super Mario Bros. And then he stabbed his roommate to death. Stabbed him 40 times with the machete.
Didn't bother me about it. I said, "Well," then I said goodnight. She said that she didn't say goodbye. Just don't. You slept there. Yeah, you did, aren't you? I never got to tell my wife goodbye. Because those last 9 months, she was unable to respond. I didn't even realize I was doing it. But to this day, when I talk to you on the phone, I'm not going to say goodbye to you. I know what I did tonight, gentlemen, but I was attacked. And I'm not comfortable.
It seems like David simply lost everything besides his dog. His wife, his mother, and his dog's passing, he felt like he had nothing left to lose. David used Christopher attacking him as fuel to take his anger out on the world. However, despite him willingly pouring his heart out to the detectives, he still feels the need to hold up on his self-defense claims. Fortunately, the detective has some tricks to try and whittle this claim down. He'd first start by getting a recollection of events that led to the murder.
Now, how can I help you?
So, tonight, like, let's, go back to like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
All right. Can you just kind of walk me through everything that led up to this?
I can. About 3 or 4 o'clock was about the time that he had come out. He has
Come out of his room?
yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, he had an Xbox out in the living room as well as in the bedroom, and my PlayStation 4 had just cracked it out. My thing went running, so I couldn't use my PlayStation, and I said, "Do you mind if I use your Xbox?" "Well, no," I said, "Sure."
Hey, Kyle, way to come in. Thank you for them jewels, brother.
Okay. He needs my credit card information for Xbox.
Well, yeah. So you buy your
I'm
game.
just trying to play your console, dude. I don't want to buy shit. Well, it's just $1 to get you registered. Okay. He needs all my previous addresses and all this. I'm thinking, what the f are you doing, dude? I just want to play your console. Is this a recurring charge? I asked. Yes, $1 every month. It was worth not a fine. About 3 minutes later, I got an email. You can pull it up on my phone. It's right there.
All right. Okay. If you want to show
$15.99 a month recurring. The mother.
he signed up for the trial, and then
Yes, sir. Shotgun knocked on his door. And you gotta say, "I'm f***ing sleeping," he says. Really? 5 minutes after you just walk out of the room. Okay. I do have a plan. "I'm f***ing sleeping," he screams at me. I'm gonna say, that's when he came rushing at me with the fan and all that. Okay.
So was the fan in his room?
Yes.
Bro, so they played video games earlier, and then he asked to play the video game. Hey, man, that boy Tiki Scroggins.
And he came out of the room.
That boy Tiki Scroggins, man, thank you. Not only is he a member, but he's also super chatting. That's super crucial to the channel staying open, bro. So I appreciate you for helping sponsor today's episode, Tiki.
It still has for a couple of pieces. Because he was part of it to try to choke me out.
So
The base on it is when he pressed that against my throat, and his 300-pound fat sat on my chest.
According to David, once he confronted Christopher about the additional $14 worth of charges, he seemingly burst through his door and attempted to choke him out. Obviously,
So, bro, made you pay for your own Xbox Live? He wouldn't even let you use your own Xbox Live? So you bought your own Xbox Live. He told you it was $1, but that shit was $15. You saw the shit on your, probably like his Cash App card or his bank account, and then he went in there to confront dude, and then that's where the scuffle started.
this seems
Hey, Ebony Kirkley, welcome in.
extremely uncalled for and far-fetched, so the detective would try to debunk this as much as possible.
So after you flipped him off, what happened next?
fair.
Smart.
I know you are.
I flip him over on his back.
Okay.
I jump up. He'll take off running. He throws something. I don't know. It hit me in the back of the head, so I would assume either the stem and the base, the fan and the stem, or the base itself that he was trying to choke me out with, something that hit me in the back of the head.
Okay.
I ran to my room because he had already put his hand on. I knew what I was going for.
Okay.
And I went and died.
That's premeditated murder, bro. He hit you in the head, he choked you up, slapped you up a little bit, you went and grabbed the knife. If you could have went and grabbed the knife, you could have left the apartment, which means that's murder one, bro. Dude going to jail for life.
And what was that?
It's cookery. You know what that is?
Is that? No, I
What's up, Light, with there? Welcome to the chat.
was thinking a karambit with it. So no, I don't think I know what style of blade that is.
It's a short machete with a thick, curved blade. All kind of shit like a banana.
You got that from your room?
Yes, sir.
And
Out of its sheath. Because I slept with it the last 3 nights. Because of the first night he came back.
This is David's first major slip-up. He clearly states that he managed to get to his room without Christopher attacking him, yet proceeded to grab his machete and approach him to attack. If he truly wanted to safely de-escalate the situation, he could have easily shut his door and called 911.
And then did he come into your room, or did you go back out of your room and...
No, I came back out of my room and met him in the hallway as he was heading to my room. I met him halfway.
Okay.
That's why you saw the blood.
I saw the blood.
There's blood from the hallway all the way in.
So you guys kind of met in the middle between the rooms there.
And then I shoved him back in the bathroom and said, "You're gonna die. That's what you fucking me on my floor." I'm already done.
Bro is crazy as fuck. He telling the police he was telling them he was gonna die and shit as he was stabbing him. There's no way he thinks this is gonna work for self-defense. There's no way.
From this tube in my hand, I don't give a fuck. But I'm not gonna let him put his hands on my throat and try to attack me. Not without a fight.
So you shoved him into the bathroom? And you...
I didn't shove him. I split his goddamn skull. And he fell in there. Because he was running away from me. Please, please, please. And I said, I'm not your prisoner.
This was the nail in the coffin for David. His efforts to claim self-defense were...
Bro said he ran away from him saying please, and you told the cops that you were continuing to attack? Yeah, bro, your self-defense is out the window. He didn't even get an interrogation room, bro. They're just talking to bro in the hallway. He didn't get a cig, a sandwich, a chips, a water, nothing. This man is psycho.
I'm not your prisoner.
So, where was the first blow that you landed?
Towards the end of the hallway, just as you come from my bedroom to the kitchen /
What up, Hotel Gecko? Welcome back.
I was in the apartment, so
Yes, sir.
not at his room door, but
No, not at that
As you're
door.
coming in.
Remember that hallway where I went
Yeah.
down to my room?
Yeah.
Okay, where that hallway ends, at the beginning of the kitchen / living room area, those blood drops.
Yeah, that's where all the blood was in
That's
there.
where they first got the shit.
And then where did that land on his body? You remember?
First one, I recall, it would be the right hand side of his right.
Right, his right hand side.
and he was facing.
Right.
He was facing away from you when you said he was
No,
retreating.
he was looking right at
Oh,
us.
okay.
And it was in your right hand or your left hand? The blade.
The blade
Yeah.
was in my right hand.
Okay. So if I had a blade in my right hand and it hit the right side of his face,
Yes, right.
it was a cross,
Yes, sir.
kind of like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So one was here. Was there a second one?
No, there was 3 or 4.
3 or 4? Were they all the same motion to the same side of the body, or
I couldn't tell you.
after that first one?
After that first one, I couldn't tell you, to be honest with you.
Okay. At any time, did you feel like you had a chance to separate and get away from him?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
I mean,
What he's done, down,
or that when you
out for the count kind of thing?
or when you came.
Hey guys, we got a lot of lurkers tonight. Make sure you double tap them screens so we know that you're real. Also, if you like what we do here, hit that subscribe button so YouTube can't control when and how you see our channel.
Out of your room and he saw you had a blade.
Oh no, he was still trying to fight.
Okay.
He
And
didn't go down until I had Zoppo on the phone when they arrived. Because I called her. And I said, "Oh, I'm going to jail." And she said, "Oh, goddamn, I'm going to do it. You gentlemen have been in tussles. Do you stop until they're done?" No. I just kept swinging.
and he kept moving backwards.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Look, I'm just telling you. I kept going until he was done.
Yo, Flip. Show Spluridian some love, y'all. You know we love when he's in the chat.
And you said you picked up part of the fan at some point?
I picked up the fan, yes.
Because I was still somewhere close.
It's all over the bedroom, bathroom, there's
gotcha.
pieces of it everywhere. You saw it.
I saw it, yeah.
What'd you do with the blade?
You want to answer that one? You know where?
I know where it's at. It's sitting on the dining room table.
I left it.
On the dining room table?
Yeah, on the table.
Was anyone else, was Todd at the apartment when this happened?
He was. Matter of fact, I went back and knocked on his door and I said, Todd, I may or may not have just killed that motherfucker piece of shit. He started shaking, quivering. I needed some alcohol and took off. When was the last I saw Todd?
And that was before we got there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you had moved here from Bryant, you said?
Yes, sir.
From Bryant's in Arkansas?
Brian, Arkansas, yes, sir.
And I guess, do you have family in Ames or?
I have no family. My wife and my mother was the last of my family. I'm all alone in this world. And I'm dying too, so I don't give a f. I really don't.
Because you said you have a tumor?
Yes,
Is that what
sir.
you said? Sorry to hear that.
The entire, matter of fact, these are the doctor's words, not mine. It's the largest they've ever seen. They don't know how I'm walking around. But it's the same thing with Sarah when they said I'd never use that arm again, too. Mm-hmm. That's the one I used to take that mother head apart tonight.
Do you feel you went overboard tonight?
No, sir. I didn't go overboard. I did what I had to do to get that big fat off of me. He outweighs me by 120 pounds. I did what I had to do.
And this seemed to be all detectives needed as well. It was clear as day. David was a cold-blooded killer. However, as they were about to wrap up the interview, David would make one final...
You're good, Floridian. This first video is pretty short. You're probably like 20 minutes late today.
chilling statement to everyone in the room.
I'm not sorry for what I've done. I did what I had to do. I hope you gentlemen understand.
Do you need another tissue?
David spared no remorse to Christopher and wanted the officers to be fully aware of that. Unfortunately for him, the judge wouldn't spare him any remorse either, and David Sean Hunter would be charged with first-degree murder for the brutal killing of Christopher Swalwell. In September of 2021, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He would file for a mistrial later that year, but was swiftly denied by the court.
That's a win for the justice system. Dude literally told on himself, though. Dude literally told on himself. His whole ploy that it was self-defense really went out the window when he started explaining the story, bro.
It all started as a normal night out with friends.
And if we get shots.
Our next video is when a killer realizes he was recorded from Crime Explorer. Let's see what we got.
It all started as a normal night out with friends.
And if we get shots, mixed drinks, everything. I mean, they were, but it's her birthday, you know? Mm-hmm.
Then the birthday girl vanishes.
What's going on?
Found her? No. I have been trying to call her. I've been trying to reach her. I don't know where she's at. She's left me.
No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. Her phone went silent. Her car never moved. It all started as a normal night out with friends.
And if we get shots, mixed drinks, everything. I mean, they were, but it's her birthday, you know? Mm-hmm.
Then the birthday girl vanishes.
What's going on?
Found her? No. I have been trying to call her. I've been trying to reach her. I don't know where she's at. She's left me.
No goodbye, no explanation, just gone. Her phone went silent. Her car never moved.
Yeah, no signs of any foul play or anything like that. But she's not there. And this is her car?
Hers is the white one.
Okay.
And the last person seen with her, he had a story.
If people are saying that she left with you,
And that you went and got her, that's not true?
But his story, it kept changing. What began as a simple missing person case would spiral into one of the darkest investigations this small town had ever seen. Secret phone calls, jealous lovers, and a trail of digital clues that would lead police.
Who that? Drop that super chat. Thank you, Who that? You know we need that. You know we need that. Thank you so much, Who that? You know we need those. Appreciate you. Guys, help her and help my boy Tiki out, or my girl Tiki, not sure which one. But help Tiki and help Who that out for helping sponsor today's episode, man. Let's get some more sponsors rolling. Thank you so much, Who that?
To something no one could have imagined.
That's the body.
That's a body?
That's a fucking body.
Yeah, that looks like a dead body to me.
Oh yeah, but
It's pretty decomposed.
No, that's human.
Roll out the red carpet for Who that?
Look at the leg.
That's a leg. That's a female.
That's her fingernails. That's her fingernails, yeah.
This is the case of Yanira Cedillos, a story of love, obsession, and a hunt for answers that would stretch across months. Stay with us, because every twist matters. Welcome to our channel, where crime and investigation come to life. If you're new here, we break down true cases step by step, uncovering the evidence that finally cracked them. It began on March 4th, 2022. Yanira Cedillos didn't show up for work that morning. The night before, Yanira Cedillos had been out with friends. It was her 30th birthday. They went to a restaurant, then a casino. Everything seemed fine, until it wasn't. At almost 6:30 in the evening, police arrived at her apartment for a welfare check. They knocked, but no one answered.
Police department, we know you're in there. Open the door. Unit 1205, we know you're in there. Police department, come to the door. Do it now.
In the background, Yanira's mother and her sister wait anxiously. They were the ones who called the police.
Did you hear yelling? No, I heard it when I was exiting my car.
There's a male standing down over there, though. You going to a room?
He's the one that gave me the key.
Who is he?
The male down there.
Who is he?
Maintenance.
I still can't go in there.
What?
I still can't go in there. Are you here?
My sister.
Okay.
They just can't barge into the apartment. Right now, all they could do is knock and wait. They wanted to know who could be in there.
Police department, come to the door.
Downstairs.
Who is in there?
So she has a protection order against perp, and he's been coming around. So we're not sure. She never misses work or anything.
The building manager heard yelling, but nothing was certain.
I had yelling.
Huh?
I had yelling. Okay. The manager said there's thermal disturbance.
Did you hear yelling?
No. We're called that he...
Mosaic Police Department, you need to come to the door. Do it now. Okay. We know you're in there. So that man heard yelling. Is that correct?
I heard yelling. I don't know who the manager is or where she is. Okay. But we got a in-progress TV while we were here.
The officers tried to piece together what little they had.
So, what you're telling me is your sister
How does she know?
typically comes to work, has not came to work.
No.
We don't know if there's yelling coming from here, but you're concerned about it.
Yes.
Okay.
That boy Derek just read up his membership, man. Show him some love in the chat. You know we like our boy Crafty, and we like to see new members, man. So thank you for rejoining the team, Crafty.
She didn't show up to work this morning.
But you didn't hear any yelling or anyone? We don't know what's going on.
Mom's the one that called, I guess, said there was a DV.
I did. I called.
I know, but it sounds like Mom called too.
Nobody had answers. The only thing clear was that her mother was the one who called because something felt wrong. The officers decided to speak directly with her mother to learn more.
Do you know if she uses drugs or anything like that?
Yeah, Lisa. Lisa said, I need a drink. Yeah, anytime I'm in the hospital or something, the first thing I do, who that just gifted? Who that just gifted 5 membership? Jay Rocka got the membership, and I know he's in the chat right now. Shout that out. I love when the gifts go to people in the chat. Thank you so much for who that.
Okay, can you guys try calling her? See if her.
The phone is off. I've been calling her, but her phone is off.
And when's the last time you talked to her?
Last night, she
What?
passed by my house. Say bye to her kids.
Who that is spreading the love.
Was there any issues last night, or did she say of any issues?
She said, I gotta go because I gotta go to work tomorrow morning. I love you, baby. And then she left. And this morning, my other daughter called me, and because she got a phone call from her work.
Where does she work at?
The community clinic.
Okay. And where's her car at? Right there. Okay. And you mentioned some man that she has an order with, or had an order with?
Because Yanira had a protection order against her ex, the officers decided to step inside and do a welfare check. They found nothing inside the apartment. No Yanira, no signs of a struggle. Everything seemed normal.
She's not there. I was a little concerned somebody was hiding in that laundry room. Yeah, no signs of any foul play or anything like that. But she's not there.
That made things harder. It wasn't clear if she left on her own or if something else happened.
And this is her car?
Hers is the white one.
Okay.
Honda.
Then something came up that changed the tone of the search. But who was her ex?
Let me look it up for you. Lisa. I'm not sure. But Doe says that shit's fire.
She's reported a lot of times because when she ended the relationship, he got very violent. So she went through Debbie to put the protection order and stuff. And he's just been coming around, calling her and nonstop.
Okay.
Oh shit, Tiki up in the ante. Tiki's up in the ante. I love when the members show up, man. They making it splash tonight. Thank you guys for helping us sponsor today's episode. So far, we got Tiki, we got Crafty, we got Who Dat. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, she's not there. We secured her room.
He probably took her then.
Because she came back, she left her vehicle.
Okay. Well, we'll put an ATL out for her, attempt to locate. And if we contact her, we'll have her get a hold of you guys.
Yeah, Lisa, it says Tramadol is an opioid. So, it says it can be habit forming, which means that it's probably good. Means that you're gonna feel real good. Whatever pain you got is gonna go away.
What was his boyfriend's name again?
Johnny?
It was a lead they couldn't ignore. Johnny Trujillo. That was the name the officers couldn't shake. He also went by Juan Gastelum. He wasn't just an ex. He was trouble. Their relationship had lasted 2 years, on and off. Everyone in her circle knew about the violence. The neighbors knew. The police knew. She had called for help before. It never really stopped.
So apparently, do you have some social media?
That boy. Shout out that boy Bradley, man. We like when Bradley comes around. That's big bros right there.
Screenshots?
I have some screenshots on social media about a conversation that we had about 30 days ago.
That girl Janae. Everybody show Janae some love. Roll out that red carpet for her.
I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now that like this whole thing is going on, when I read the messages, it just comes off really concerning as to an ex-boyfriend that she had and how possessive he was, and essentially just how emotional he was about the whole situation that they were breaking up. But there's messages in there where he's telling her, you're mine. I still see you as mine. I have feelings for you, and and then there's other messages where he's like kind of bipolar, and he's telling her, I fucking hate you.
That's Frances Wood, Yanira's friend, who last heard from her on the 2nd of March 2022, a day before she vanished.
Are you for sure these conversations between Yanira and this male, it's her boyfriend at the time or ex-boyfriend?
It was an ex-boyfriend, yeah, because she posted on her story something about, like, someone come get their man, he's barking up my tree. And essentially he messaged her about a girl that he was talking to, and he's basically like, hey, I got this new woman, you know, I don't need you anymore, yada yada.
Shout out Elaine, I see you in the chat, girl.
And so she posted on social media like whoever this girl is, come get your dude because he's still messaging me begging me for me back. And then that's kind of how me and her had that conversation about like, oh, what the heck's going on? And she's like, I don't know, man, but like just yesterday he was.
Oh, you must be on the East Coast, Janae. It's still 9 o'clock over here on the West Coast.
He was telling me he was begging for me back, you know?
Did he give a name?
So
That's the last he heard from her. Her ex-boyfriend, Johnny, was the one who picked her up after the birthday.
Damn, bro, he had to be named John, bro. Johnny, bro. You making us look bad, Johnny. You making us look bad.
Party. After that, no one saw her again. The next step for police was to check in with Yanira's best friend, Anna. Maybe she knew something. But when they got there, Anna was just as worried.
What's going on?
Found her? No. I have been trying to call her. I've been trying to reach her. I don't know where she's at. She's left me. She left me at Papa's at the bar. What?
That's when the officer noticed her bloodied forehead. She laughed it off.
What happened last time? It's just nothing. But she left. She said she was going to the bathroom. I think she's with her ex-boyfriend.
What's his name? Is it Juan?
Yes, Johnny.
Johnny or Juan?
Well, his legal name is Juan, I think, but he goes by Johnny.
Shout out to Lou. You know what I'm saying? Them Archies. You feel me?
Yesterday, and she was texting him.
They got the good boy. They got the good boy.
He lives in Henderson. She came with me.
Where does he usually stay at?
I'm not sure who.
Do you know if she has her phone?
She did have her phone, yeah, because she was talking to him on the phone when she left. And she was like, hey, I'll be back in the middle of the restroom. And so I sat there. I wasn't going to leave without her, and she never came back.
Okay.
And so I went outside to look for her.
Have you heard from her?
Mm-mm. Me and her friend called her. Her coworker.
Damn, Bill, where you at? I do not know where you at. Hey, what's good, Elijah? Wait, is that my cousin Elijah or is that a different Elijah? I'm not sure. But welcome to the chat, Elijah.
Worker called her. She didn't show up to work.
Can you give me her phone?
Anna said it wasn't anything big at first. Yanira said she'd be back. She waited. Yanira never came back. The officers now needed a clear description of Yanira.
Hey, Bill, where the hell are you at? That is 8:17, bro. What time zone is that? Let me know.
She had on a sweat.
Is that Phoenix, maybe? Arizona? I know they go weird sometimes.
Suit, like a gray sweat.
That's right. Bill's up in the Arctic Circle in Alaska. That's right. That's right.
That's in a gray sweater. It's all gray, and if they're sweats, and she had kind of like a ponytail.
It was Anna who took her to the bar.
We got there around 9:30.
And when was the last time you saw her?
I saw her, so she was there with me the whole night.
Yeah, both last names, bro. You have both last names popping up there, man.
Until that one moment, and she was talking on the phone.
He was rapping Ma and Pa.
With him, and she said she was gonna go to the restroom. It was like, and she never came back.
If you had to guess what time that was, I mean, I'm sure it was early, but your best guess.
I think I'm gonna say it was like 11:30. And I talked to him on the phone too, and
Yanira invited a lot of friends to celebrate her 30th birthday party.
How many people were you out with? A group?
A group, yeah.
And I'd reach out to them and see if they remember anything.
Then the conversation turned to Johnny.
And I told him to stop calling her because she...
On her phone or yours?
On hers. Because he just kept blowing up her phone, and I told her not to leave with him.
Anna admitted she didn't like Johnny.
I don't like him.
Why don't you like him?
Because he's done a whole bunch of stuff to her.
Could you elaborate?
He's probably been abusive before in the past. Like, you don't just go from, like, being a good boyfriend or a normal person to killing. Like, it definitely escalates. He probably whooped her a few times, slapped her up, probably kidnapped her or, like, held her hostage. You know what I mean? Like, you can't leave. You can never leave me. That's the type of dude I feel like we're dealing with.
So I understand there's domestic. I
Yeah,
just want to hear it from you.
she's called the cops multiple times.
Guys, let me know who you think's gonna win tomorrow. If you like boxing, let me know who you think's gonna win tomorrow. Bud Crawford or Canelo Alvarez. I am so hyped up for this fight. I have no clue who's gonna win. I think Canelo's gonna win, but last time I thought somebody was gonna beat Bud Crawford. Earl Spence got the shit kicked out of him. So no, man, I'm 50-50. If you want to grab me a beer for tomorrow's fights, the Venmo and Cash App are in that poll. Just send it on over there.
I told her she changed her number just barely a week ago, and to avoid him, and she said that he found her number. I don't know how.
Why would she be trying to avoid him? Have you seen her or seen him hit her before? Or just
I haven't
she
been
says?
there.
Okay.
The questions kept coming, and the picture of Johnny turned darker.
What kind of stuff would she tell you that he does?
He would push her. He would hold her really strong. He would.
Yeah, I'm down for that. We could all listen to the fight. We could all listen to the fight together in Discord. You feel me? We could all listen to the fight together in Discord. You feel me? And we could throw a few back and watch and listen together. You feel me?
Has he ever threatened her before with words? Like that he's going to do something to her?
Not that I've heard of, but that she said, I think so.
Okay.
But I haven't heard.
Do you know of any? Has he ever?
I know what you meant, Janae. He is a fucking loser, bro. Like I picked up what you was putting down, girl. Don't worry about it.
Choked her or tried to strangle her or anything like that?
Not that I've seen, and not that she's told me either.
But
Janae, did you join our Discord yet? Please get up in there. Moo, you getting too loud, bro. You gonna have to go back in your kennel, buddy. You getting too loud.
Johnny had moved 1,300 miles away to Arizona. Was he really back in Moses Lake last night? The officers needed to know how much control Yanira had that night. Anna had a bloodied nose and an injured forehead. She told officers she got it when she ran after Yanira outside the casino. She didn't want Yanira to leave with Johnny. She tried to stop her, but she fell. Now, the officers needed another voice, someone not caught in the middle.
Bro, why did she? You think she went with them because she was faded, or she was still talking to Johnny? Like, bro, she probably was just faded, right? So she just went with him, like she didn't realize what she was doing. I don't know. Because didn't her sister just say, I told her not to go with him, and she went with him?
They tried calling Nichelle, a casino worker who might have seen what happened that night. It was almost midnight on March 4th when they tried, but she didn't answer. Something else bothered the officer.
Yeah, she looked like she was a pretty girl. She looked happy. I mean, she was normal, just hanging out for her birthday. We all get blackout drunk on our birthday before that happened. She was only 30. That's still pretty young, man. She didn't deserve any of this, that's for sure.
Officers. Everyone told them that Yanira always shared everything with Anna. Always. But once Johnny showed up, the messages stopped. No.
Hey, Bill, I saw a thing that people in Alaska be like mowing their lawns at like 3 a.m. and shit. Like time doesn't really affect them because it's always daytime outside sometimes.
Calls, nothing. Johnny wasn't answering either. He wasn't at home. So the officers started looking for him around his neighborhood. They showed his picture, asked if anyone had seen him. Nobody knew him at the address on record, so they went to his neighbors. Then, somehow, he found out they were searching for him. The next day, Johnny called the police himself.
Could you take your hands? One of them neighbors called him like, hey, the police were here looking for you today. That's pretty much what happened.
Out your pockets for me just for a second. So, I'm here because Spokane Police Department. Okay, they called me. They said that they're looking for, how do you say her name, Ernie? Yanira, okay. So, do you have any idea where she's at?
Not at all, man. That's why I was trying to call to figure out. I just barely found out that she's missing.
Okay.
He was calm, claimed he'd just found out she was missing, and had been trying to call her. The officers pushed for more details.
So, you weren't up there at all?
I went up there, but the thing is, she was crying because she got in a fight with her friend, Anna or whatever.
So now she's saying she got in a fight with her friend. Nobody else said that. Nobody else said she got into any confrontation at the bar. They all said she was hanging out drinking. Then she said she was going to go hang out with you, and then no one heard from her again.
And she was hysterical, saying that she wanted to drive, and her friend was saying no because they're all f***ed up.
Okay.
And then they got into it, and her friend told her whatever to her.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "F you, you ain't a friend," and all that. And she was crying, she was hysterical. And I was trying to like get her to go home. She didn't want to. She said she wanted to go see Anna because she said that nobody was there for her. She's all by herself, and that how could she do that? She was just.
Johnny spent the night trying to calm Yanira after a blow-up with Anna, but she kept crying, and in the end, she headed back to the bar. It wasn't until next day he found out she was missing.
You know, and I've been trying to contact her all morning, messages, calling, and nothing was. I thought she had me blocked, so I was like, all right, because she told me to leave her alone, and she didn't want nothing to do with me because she said I'm like we're done and all that stuff.
The officer brought up what others were saying about that night.
If people are saying that she left with you,
she didn't live with me,
and that you went and got her, that's not true.
No. I'm saying like I went to go look for her, but I didn't. She didn't go home with me. She ended up leaving back to wherever the we go to.
Okay.
Then the officer asked to check his car and house.
Is this your car?
Yes, my car.
Okay. And would you be willing to let us walk through, make sure she's not in the house?
Yeah, she's not in there yet.
I'm just asking if you'd let us look.
Yeah.
Right now we got just a missing person investigation. We're just trying to double check.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that? I mean, I just want to. Okay, go ahead if you want to.
While the others headed inside the house, one officer stayed back to check his car. The conversation kept circling back to what happened between Yanira and Anna.
Dude, I'm worried because that's my ex, and I still care about, I still love her, dude. And fuck,
right.
She was like, said, dude, she called me crying. She was hysterical because, like I said, she wanted to drive. She said she told me that she was sober enough to drive her friend's car, and her friend said, no, we're all up. And I don't know what altercation they got into where Anna ended up calling her you or something like that. Then she told me, she said, well, you ain't a friend, and she left her. That's what she told me, that Anna left her. When I contacted Anna today, she said that she never left her. She went back to Papa's. But Yanira saw her drive off or whatever the
Hey, shout out Triple Z. Welcome to the chat, guys. You know we like when the members show up.
And she was drunk as hell, dude.
Okay.
And then after that, like I said, I was trying to get her to go home, and I told her, go inside. She goes, I have my keys. F that bitch. I'm gonna go tell her what's up. Like she wanted to go fight her, and I told her, no, just go home.
Okay.
He said he told her to go home, but she didn't listen. Then came a question that hinted at what police already knew.
Like, you know, if you want, I'll leave. She goes, you can leave too. I don't care. I was like, babe, I was like, come on, just go home, go to sleep. You're drunk.
To your knowledge at all, was she in Hermiston?
Not at all, man. Not at all.
She wasn't in Hermiston at all.
I didn't. Nope. I swear to God, dude. I'm just
right.
like. My mom just barely told me about this, and I started like, that's why I'm worried too, you know, like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome April to the chat, y'all.
Officer asked if Yanira had been in Hermiston. Johnny said no. He denied it completely. But the officers had their own reason for asking. They had called Yanira's phone earlier, and someone picked up. To avoid tipping off the suspect, they pretended it was the wrong number and ended the call. Later, they traced that signal. It pinged near Hermiston.
Leave. She goes, you can leave too. I don't care. I was like, babe.
My bad. I missed what he said right there. I wanted to catch it. My apologies.
I was like, come on, just go home, go to sleep. You're drunk.
To your knowledge at all, was she in Hermiston?
Not at all, man. Not at all.
She wasn't in Hermiston at all.
I didn't. Nope. I swear to God, dude. I'm
all
just
right.
like. My mom just barely told me about this, and I started like, that's why I'm worried too, you know, like.
Okay.
The officer asked if Yanira had been in Hermiston. Johnny said no. He denied it completely. But the officers had their own reason for asking. They had called Yanira's phone earlier, and someone picked up. To avoid tipping off the suspect, they pretended it was the wrong number and ended the call. Later, they traced that signal. It pinged near Hermiston, the same place Johnny is right now with his sister and brother-in-law. While one officer finished searching the car,
He was dumb enough to answer her phone? Bruh.
car, the other went inside the house to look for her. That's Johnny's sister, leading the officer down the hall toward the bedrooms. They moved deeper inside, but there was no sign of Yanira. That's Johnny's brother-in-law. He didn't know where Yanira was, but he knew their relationship had always been nothing but trouble. The officers regrouped at the station with both Anna's and Johnny's versions. It was clear those two couldn't stand each other, so they needed someone neutral. That's when they remembered the casino worker and tried her again. This time, she answered.
Hello?
Hello, this is Detective Ramirez.
Yes. Is this Nichelle?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Nichelle. Hey, I just gotta let you know you're on a recorded line, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Nichelle is a gaming dealer at the casino where Yanira was last seen at.
Nichelle, where do you work?
I work at Papa's Casino.
Perfect.
In Lake Bowl.
Perfect. So, and last night you were working, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Where, I guess, in what area of the Papa's Casino were you working in?
I work in the casino area. I'm a gaming dealer.
Okay.
Nichelle moves around the floor. Maybe she saw her.
Do you, I guess, explain to me, do you guys kind of switch around games there, or are you just at one table? Are you just at one table for the time being?
We move every 20 minutes.
I think this is in Washington. Papa's Casino, I just Googled it, is in Moses Lake, Washington. I don't know, maybe there could be another Papa's Casino.
Every 20 minutes. Okay, so you guys get a good round of it, right?
Yes, we do.
Do you remember seeing a girl in all gray, like a gray tracksuit, a gray sweatsuit?
A girl in an all-gray sweatsuit?
Yeah.
She hesitated, but the moment the officer mentioned how tipsy Yanira had been, it clicked.
Sounded like she was a little bit intoxicated and maybe needed some help getting out of there.
Like a smaller Mexicana, or
Yep.
maybe
and tired.
yeah, with longer, dark hair. I think.
Yep, that's the one.
Yes.
You remember seeing her?
I do remember her. Yes, because actually, every so often we get a break, and I was on break outside on that patio area, and I do remember her and a friend walking out.
Okay.
Towards the parking lot.
Nichelle heard the altercation between Anna and Yanira in the parking lot.
We get a break about every 2 hours.
Dang, so she did argue with her homegirl. That was real. That makes sense to why she would call a boyfriend she doesn't really like, though, because she knew dude would come. She didn't know he would kill her, but she knew he would come if she called. So that makes sense.
So maybe roughly, somewhere between 10 and 12, around that time.
Okay.
I know that's a big window.
Okay, no worries.
Anna wore all black that night. Nichelle was on the patio when she heard Anna and Yanira walking out of the casino. She couldn't see them, but CCTV did. All she had were the sounds.
I guess, so they walk out, you're on the patio, and then what happens from there?
I walk out. I can't remember. One of them is helping the other walk.
Okay.
And I can't remember which. And then when the one couldn't walk, the other one stopped and was like, "I'll give you a piggyback ride." That's what really caught my attention. Because I thought that was cute. I guess I don't know. I was like, "Oh, that's a nice friend."
Yeah, definitely.
So, yes. And then they were headed towards the parking lot. One of them was telling the other one that they absolutely could not drive.
Right.
And the other one was, you can tell she wasn't happy about that.
Oh.
According to Nichelle, the fight had nothing to do with Johnny like Anna told the police. It actually started in the parking lot when Anna tried to stop her from driving drunk.
Hold up. There was a dude right there. Do you think Anna's boyfriend killed our girl, killed the victim? Or do y'all think it was Johnny? Because now Now I'm a little confused. I thought Johnny was just lying the whole time. I thought his whole story was bullshit.
Yeah, then you can hear. Then I could hear yelling. That's when I could hear like a lot of yelling.
Okay, and
And it sounded like she was like, "Let me go, let me go."
But you couldn't see them, right?
I could not see. I just hear one girl saying, "Let me go, let me go."
Okay.
And I hear the other one saying, like, "You cannot drive.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. No, stop. You know."
Mm-hmm.
And it sounded like one got. I think it sounded like whoever wanted to drive actually was able to get in her vehicle.
Oh, really? Oh boy, that's not good.
Yeah, but wasn't able to. Yeah, I just know whoever was trying to drive, they were really trying to stop her from driving, and she was not having it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they moved out of the camera's view during the altercation, and once they walked away from the patio, Nichelle had no idea what happened next.
You know, there's the casino parking, and then there's that parking further out, and I'm pretty sure it's further out.
Okay. Okay. And then what happened after that? You said you heard someone get in a car, and then what happened after that?
I don't know what happened after that, because after that...
Yeah, me too. That's what I can't get over, Koi Boy. I can't get over that he was a violent stalker from her past, but she called him, and he wasn't lying about her and Anna getting into it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm still leaning Johnny. I'm still leaning Johnny for sure, for sure.
I had to go back in because our breaks are only 15 minutes.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know at what point in time they came out on my break.
Okay. Do you remember seeing them inside at all?
I do not.
Okay.
I don't recall. There were so many people in there. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It was pretty busy last night then, huh?
But just before they hung up, Nichelle remembers something. Someone watching them from a distance.
I feel like someone was walking across the street from the gas station at that same time.
Okay. Does it look
so
like
I remember who that is, and I see, like, you can tell they were looking in that direction.
Uh-huh.
I just have to remember who that was. Sorry.
No, did it look like they were part of that group, or
No, they definitely weren't part of that group. They just, if like from where they were at and how they were just looking, they might have more detail because they were able to probably see more than I did.
Okay.
So maybe someone else saw it, or maybe it was the person Yanira left with. But no one really knows. Meanwhile, Johnny kept changing his story every time the police spoke to him.
So you know the reason why I'm calling?
Of course, I just literally found out not that long ago.
Okay, so how did you find out about Yanira missing?
Well, the thing is, my mom called me because she said that my cousin has her on Facebook. Yanira has me blocked on pretty much everything. And so I didn't know that, what was going on until my mom called.
Hey, James, you're not wrong, bro. Now that I mentioned that, now that you mentioned that, there was some marks on that girl's face. I didn't notice it, but when you said it, it clicked. Like, I was like, no, wait. You're right. Who knows, bro? This is a good one. This is a good one.
And she says, hey, she goes, call me real quick. I'm like, all right. So I called her, and she told me that what was going down, that Yanira's missing, and the way my mom said it, she said everybody's pinning it on me. I was like, what? So I guess that's what my cousin told my mom. So then that's why I got up and went through her friend's account, Anna, the one that she was with last night.
Uh-huh.
And I got a hold of her, and I told her, hey, and I don't think she knew who she was talking to at first, but then she ended up telling me that, hey, you need to call the cops. And I'm like, all right, so give me the number then. And I did,
According to Johnny, Yanira called him because Anna betrayed her on her birthday.
Yeah, look, this bitch got a bruise and a scratch on her nose, bro.
I saw her there. She told me that she told me that if I can get her. And I said, yes, of course, so I went to go see her. And then she was just going off about, and she was crying, like, dude, she was freaking crying that she said that because Anna betrayed her. What kind of a friend is that? That she left her, that she would never do that. And she goes, and then she kept saying that she spent $80 on her birthday, that Yanira spent $80 on Anna's birthday when it was her birthday, but Anna only spent $40 on her birthday. She said, what kind of a friend is that? She goes, I always go out of my way for people that I love and my friends and everything.
According to Johnny, he dropped her off to her apartment.
So I told her, let me take you home, let me drop you off.
Oh, yep, no, it's back on Johnny now. It's back on Johnny. He said he dropped her off at her apartment. You know that was some bullshit. Because somebody answered her phone. When the police called the victim's phone, somebody answered it. And then the police played like it was a wrong number. And they ran the ping, and it was in the same area Johnny was when the police caught up to him.
And so she was just going off the whole time, and then she was hugging me. She told me that she's glad that I came, that that she had been wanting to see me. And then I told her, like I'm just worried about you. I've been trying to contact you all night to try to see, so I can see you, so I can at least hang out with you and stuff like that. And Anna wouldn't let me. And Anna probably thought I was fighting with her when I was on the phone. I kept trying to blow her up because every time I call, Yanira would hang up on me.
Okay.
But Yanira changed her mind and wanted to drive back to the casino.
She wanted to go get her car, but I didn't want her because she wanted to get her car and drive it back to Papa's. And she wanted to fight with Anna. But I kept telling her, didn't Anna leave to her house?
Okay.
And she goes, yeah, but I want to see if she's there. So she was trying to go back. I wasn't letting her try to get back in her car because she had her keys with her. And she kept saying something that she had dropped her debit card or something like that. And I told her, okay, then we'll find it right now. That's why I think she wanted to go back to Papa's also. I'm not sure if that was the reason why, but she did say she wanted to go back and find Anna because she said, what kind of friend was that? And I told her, you're not driving anywhere with me. I can take you. And she goes, no, I'll drive my car.
That someone was Javier Hinojosa Perez, a friend of Yanira.
What did you say during that phone call?
Oh, I said, hey, who's that? To Yanira, because at first I thought it was some guy calling her like that, but then she told me that it was a mechanic dude. But the guy all he said was, hey, are you with Anna or something like that? That's what he said.
What else did you say?
No, I literally was more focused on her crying because she was crying about the whole Anna thing. Like after she said it was the mechanic guy that helped her fix her car, and she had told me about him before because she said that was Anna's friend, so then I was like, okay.
But officers knew he was lying. After the fight with Anna, Yanira called Hinojosa to pick her up, but Johnny got there first. When Hinojosa called her, Johnny assumed he was someone else.
And me and my friend, Larry, we went to go see if we could find her. Mm-hmm. So when I was at Walmart, by Walmart, I was like, hey, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm fine. Like, someone already picked me up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay. And then in the background, there was another guy's voice. He was like, who the f*** is that? And like, what the f*** did I tell you about talking to people? And then they hang up. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then a few minutes go by and she calls me. She's like, hey, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about it. He's like, are you still talking to him? Like, all rude. And I was like.
After the phone call, Johnny drove to her place.
How long did you think you stayed at her place, roughly?
An hour, probably.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
I ended up leaving.
Okay. Why didn't you spend the night? If she wanted, it sounded like she wanted you to stay there, or at least comfort her or be with her.
She was also getting mad at me because of bringing up everything about our past, and then she was saying that I could leave just like everybody else. And I told her, well, she wasn't fighting with me; she was just arguing with me. And I was gonna stay the night, but she told me she had to work and that she had to pick up her kids, So that's why I was like, okay, then, so I'll just leave then. And I ended up leaving because of that.
Okay.
But she told me she had to work.
So let's recap the night a bit. After dinner at El Gave, Yanira, Anna, and a few friends headed over to Papa's casino. They kept the celebration going with more drinks. Police recovered CCTV of Anna and Yanira stumbling from the restaurant to the casino. But while she was at the casino, Yanira's phone didn't stop buzzing. Johnny kept calling her over and over. Then, Johnny told officers that when he left her place, she still had her clothes on. It felt like a strange detail to point out, almost like he wanted to make sure they believed nothing happened that night.
Okay, and where was she again when you left?
She was in the living room when I was leaving.
Okay.
She still had her clothes on, everything. She was just
Yeah, bro, that's weird as fuck. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
so like, even when she was done crying, she was still pissed off about the whole Anna thing, you know?
In the first interview, right after police searched his car and home, he stuck to his story, said Yanira never left with him. But an hour later, on the phone with police, his story changed. This time, he admitted he had dropped her off at her place and even stayed for about an hour, insisting that nothing happened between them. He also lied about how the phone altercation with Hinojosa.
Stop the cap.
Look at this dude.
Bro, this is a zesty ass picture, bro. My boy looking zesty as hell.
Denying it until the officer mentioned the recorded call where he was clearly threatening Yanira. He tried to explain himself, told them he'd help in any way, give anything they needed.
I reached out to one of the sisters, the one that
Hey, Jen, welcome back. And thank you for the membership. We got a new member in the building. Make sure y'all show Jen some love, man. Thank you so much.
posted it, Lanny. I think that's what it's Landis or Lanny or something like that. Because I am sorry too, man. Like I said, I'll give you guys anything. I'll talk to you guys, whatever the hell.
Definitely.
And I'm just being honest.
Okay.
And, you know.
And if you hear anything about Yanira's whereabouts, please give us a call back so we can go find out and make sure she's okay.
But by then, it didn't matter. His behavior, his changing stories, and a history of domestic violence made him the prime suspect in Yanira Cedillos' disappearance. The next day, he himself took the cops to his sister's house. To protect the kids inside, the body cam video was heavily redacted, showing nothing from the house. But the audio stayed clear. You could still hear the exchange between his sister Marissa and the officers.
Are you sister?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm Marissa.
Are you the older sister to him?
No, he's the oldest.
You're the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest sister. There's 7 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you the one that lives here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just to let you know I'm recording. I just wanted to document who he lives with and ask him a few questions.
Okay.
Remember when officers checked his registered address and asked neighbors about him? No one seemed to know who he was. That's because Johnny didn't live there anymore. He'd moved out a long time ago and was now staying at his sister's place.
I just want to ask you a couple questions. So, the night of the 3rd, he went up to Moses Lake.
Honestly, I have no idea what even happened.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a time frame when he left.
Yeah. So when did he leave? So I know he went to go watch a movie earlier in that day. So he left. I think it was like a little bit before 3. He came back, and he was gone. Like I don't even know. I think like in the afternoon.
Marissa was busy taking care of her kids, so she couldn't really keep track of what Johnny was doing or where he was going. But then she gave the officers the break they have been waiting for. His sister lived in Hermiston, about an hour and 40 minutes from Moses Lake. Johnny picked Yanira up around 11:30 p.m., dropped her at her place, and stayed for about an hour. By his own timeline, he should have been back home by 3 a.m., at the latest. But he didn't get there until much later, leaving nearly 9 hours unaccounted for. His alibi was starting to crumble.
When he came home, he was still sleeping out. So it's maybe like 2 hours. Yeah, maybe he was home like at 1 or 2. Sorry, I just know it was like around like around noon or there. Came home, took a shower. Then he was just in the room. The next thing you know, he took a nap. My sister-in-law came over. He kind of woke up there, but he was still in bed until like Marcus came home. That was like 5 or 6. So.
Guys, I got this new little body cam. I think I'm going to start using for some vlogging. I'm going to do some vlog episodes. Like some pre-recorded shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to wear it like a body cam.
Okay. But he didn't come home early in the morning, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
Did he? I think he did. I don't know. No, he came home like 11, 12, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
He came home the next day.
Gotcha.
He wasn't here like all night that night, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
Police began piecing together the timeline through surveillance. They pulled camera footage from the casino, tracking Yanira's movements, and then expanded their search to her neighborhood. Officers spotted a security camera mounted at Yanira's neighboring apartment building, aimed at the street covering her apartment entrance.
Oh, sorry to disturb you. So we're investigating a missing person, and I noticed you have a camera outside, and we have information that would lead us to believe that the subject had passed through here in a car. So I was wondering if gray Ford Fusion. We were wondering if we can obtain video March 3rd, anytime after 11:45.
If Johnny really dropped her off like he claimed, that footage would be on it. He drives a dark gray Ford Fusion. He quickly went through the footage and found one key moment.
Look for like a gray Ford Fusion or a male and a female walking together.
Yeah, see, the only thing I have, see, it's one. So, yeah, you can just look, you can look.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, if you need a brighter, you can turn the brightness, I guess. But it does catch cars, it'll catch people going by, depending on how fast they're going through here.
So these are just still pictures?
These are still pictures.
Okay.
Tiki, a lot of times I just be calling that shit out. Like I just be taking a shot and I make it, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I always keep it 100. I chat GPT'd Papa's Casino, and it told me where it was. That's how I knew the state. There wasn't really any context clues that I would pick up on this case.
Yeah.
The officer spotted another neighbor's CCTV camera aimed directly at the apartment's parking lot and reached out to them as well. That's when they finally unearthed something that completely turned the case around. On March 3rd, 2022, those two security cameras captured Johnny's car arriving at Yanira's apartment at 11:57 a.m. His Ford Fusion enters the apartment parking lot at 11:58 a.m. Unfortunately, there were
Why does he keep saying AM? It's fucking dark outside. There's no way this is 11:57 AM. That's got to be a typo in the script, right? Like the AI guy who's reading, it's wrong. Cause look, this is dark, bro. This is dark as fuck. That's the middle of the night. These lights would not be on at 11:57 AM. Am I tripping? I'm not tripping, right?
no cameras where he parked the car. And then, on March 4th, 2022, the same security camera captured Johnny leaving Yanira's house 5:49 in the morning. The
Yeah, that was a typo. You could tell from the sky the sun's just coming up.
Street view camera captures him driving out of the parking lot at the same time. He didn't just stop by for an hour like he said. He stayed at Yanira's apartment for almost 6 hours straight. The cops tracked his car through CCTV and saw that on his way home, he made his way to a gas station.
Snoopy, welcome to the chat. He said, Snoopy said that was an eclipse.
He parks at the filling station behind the white pickup truck. He then dumps several bags in a trash can. He cleans out all trash from the back seat. He didn't fill up any gas or buy anything from the convenience store. His sole purpose for the stop was to dump whatever he had in those bags. He figured those bags would stay hidden for good, but the officers found them sitting right there in the dumpster at the gas station. Those bags were taken into evidence. Inside were large kitchen knives and hunting knives. Cadaver dogs confirmed the worst. There was human blood on them. Johnny had never mentioned being at her house that late or disclosed anything about these knives, so investigators brought him back in for another interview. In this interview, officers got straight to the point and asked for access to his phone. He didn't hesitate, gave them permission right away. They followed protocol by taking his photograph before moving forward. Then the detectives moved to the next step. They told him they wanted a DNA sample. Johnny agreed. With that done, they steered the conversation back to the night everything happened.
When did you let her know that you were probably coming to Moses to
try to see her for her birthday?
Late. It's because she thought I was out of town, because I was telling her that I was out of town, but I was just trying to like get her jealous by making it seem like I was on vacation and stuff.
Okay.
He planned to surprise her, but only after she was finished hanging out with her friends.
I was already going to surprise her. I was just waiting to... Well, I was going to let her do her thing first.
That boy had the knife surprise. He was going to surprise her with a birthday knife, with a birthday sling. That's why he didn't want her friends around. He had been contemplating this shit. And then that dude that fixes her car, he was probably jealous of that dude, thinking like, oh, that's her new dude and shit. Okay, we'll see. If I can't have her, no one can have her. You know what I mean? He was on that tip.
You know, because she told me she was going to go out drinking. And so well, I'll go see her. I'll go see you, but like, I mean, I didn't tell her I'll go see her, but I was thinking I would go see her, you know? And then I told her, hey, I'm going to go see you. And then she got happy. But then she was like, I think she was already like drunk at this point because she kept saying like different things. Like she was singing to me, all kinds of things. And then she'll hang up on me and stuff like that, you know?
Okay.
Johnny said he left home around 10 p.m. and reached Moses Lake at around 12 a.m.
And where did you go first once you got into town?
When I got into Moses?
Yeah.
Straight there. Because that's when she called me. As soon as I was entering Moses, she called me. That's when she was crying about the whole Anna thing. Her and Anna were fighting.
So when you say straight there, where did you go? Did you go to Papa's Casino?
No. I went straight to where I said yesterday, where she was walking out like behind, like so Petco Ross right here. She was like behind Petco on the side.
Okay.
Kind of like where the Walmart's parking lot's at. That's where she told me she was walking at, and that's where I found her by a dumpster.
He went over the fight between Yanira and Anna again, saying Anna tried to stop her from driving, so Yanira stormed off alone. That's when Johnny claimed he saw her out on the street. He said he took her back to her apartment. Now, the officers wanted to know what route he took to her apartment.
Okay, so you went to the stoplights.
The stoplights.
Okay, because some people will go further south, like you're explaining, and go to that park, and then turn right, and then make a stop sign.
We went to the lights.
Traffic light?
Yeah, traffic lights. And then from there, we turned to go head to her direction to her apartment.
Okay.
Where Heron Creek's at.
Okay, so you continued down Division from the light, and then you took the left on 9th?
I think so, yeah.
And then directly into the apartments?
Directly into her apartments.
Even though the officers already knew the exact route he took, they asked anyway, just to see if he'd lie. Turns out he didn't. Then the officers asked him where he parked.
And then we parked all the way to the backside, where her car was parked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar where her car was parked. But,
okay.
You have a good night, Wordsmith. If you fall asleep on us, that's okay.
I guess was her car parked in front of where her stairway? Is she on, what floor is she on? I guess I should say.
She's on the first floor.
So she's on the ground level?
Yeah.
Okay.
He parked in a blind spot. Yanira's car was nearby too, in the same spot where officers later found it during the welfare check. After they reached her apartment, Johnny claimed she wanted to go back to the casino.
She was also talking about Anna, and then that's when she talked about she was looking for her debit card. She was looking for her keys because she dropped them in my car. And she was looking for them. I was like, did you even bring your keys? I was like, and she goes, oh, I brought them. And she was looking for them. And then she was looking through her, she has a brown bag where she puts her phone in. And she has her cards in there. And that's when she noticed her debit card was missing. And then that's when she was like, I want to go back to Papa's. And I told her, well, let's go, I'll take you. But then she goes, no, I'm going to drive. And she got her keys. And she wanted to go.
Hey, after the week you had, Floridian, you definitely deserve that shit, my brother. So indulge on yourself a little bit.
And I told her, let's just get off real quick. And then, you can want to, like I said, we can get off real quick, but I'm not going to let you drive your car. I was like, you need to rest because you're really f***ed up.
After talking some sense into her, she finally agreed to stay.
She opened up the door and everything like that. We were walking over there. We were hugging while we were walking over there.
That's funny you say that, Saltwater, because I was just gonna tell Dose, maybe you should put some headphones in because we be using sound effects and shit, and I get loud.
Holding hands and stuff like that. And then she kept telling me, I can't believe you came to see me, stuff like she was pretty happy. And we went at her apartment, and she started crying again. We were kissing, she was crying, she was hugging me, told me she was glad I was there, but then she was still sad about the whole and just going off on Anna, saying like she's a how could she do that to her? She goes, if she didn't come apologize to me, I want her to be on her knees, like stuff like that, you know, like just talking major crap about Anna.
He finally gave up something new. He admitted they kissed, probably because, by now, he knew the officers had his DNA. But he didn't stop there. Detectives pressed for what happened next.
You drove her back to the apartment. You're in the apartment. You said you guys did have to go from there. What happened after that?
That's when we were laying down, and then we were talking about our relationship, everything we've been through. But she was still pretty drunk, so she was talking about that she wants to go get her card. She kept talking about her debit card because she left that pop-up. So I was like, well, let's go get it then. And then I was like, what time did they close? And she goes, I don't know, 1 or 2.
Johnny said after that, she suddenly turned on.
Casinos closed? That ain't no casino there, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. I think because I'm from Las Vegas, like so much shit is just weird to me that's not normal. Like the first time I seen a gas station close at night, I was in shock. Because no gas station closes in Las Vegas. Like at most, they close from like 3 to 4 in the morning just to clean. But they're open either 23 or 24 hours a day. 99% of them are open 24 hours a day, especially if they offer gas. Like if it's a gas station, not a convenience store. Every 7-Eleven is 24 hours a day. You know what I mean? Before COVID, all of our Walmarts, all of our Walgreens were 24/7. Now they're not. After COVID, they never went back to 24/7. And then also I remember being a kid. This is a funny thing too. I remember one time I was talking to my cousin who lived in Colorado, about the same age as me, and we were like teenagers, or maybe like 8, 9 years old actually. And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the movies." And I was like, "Wait, y'all got movie theaters?" And he was like, "Yeah, why wouldn't we have movie theaters?" And I was like, "Because y'all don't have no casinos." I thought only casinos had movie theaters because 90% of all our movie theaters are inside of a casino. So like little shit like that just trips me out because I never realized how spoiled I was in Vegas until I moved away from Vegas the first time. When I was like 18, 19, I moved to Colorado. But yeah, I just like, and then all these other places I've lived in other places, I just miss my hometown, y'all. I just miss my hometown. I miss Vegas, bro. I miss my dad.
On him. He claimed it came out of nowhere. He tried to calm her down, but she kept going off. Johnny said he told her he could take her himself, but she refused. Then he said she told him something that caught him off guard.
And then
yeah, that was literally like his reaction to me. He was like, "Wait, what? Y'all got movie theaters and casinos?" Because to him, the casinos were like these small like Indian casinos, like Native American casinos. Like they have those in like Colorado and Wyoming and shit. But they don't have like these big mega resorts like we have in Vegas. So like, yeah, like it's just funny how like your environment kind of shapes your brain as a kid because you don't know. All you know is what you see. You don't know what's outside of like around that in different states and cities, you know?
And then that's when she cut me off and she talked about that baby thing I was telling you, that she hasn't had her period. And she goes, "Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you." She goes, I missed my period because she's supposed to get it at the beginning of the month. And I told her.
That's why he killed her. She was probably pregnant with someone else's baby. He knew he hadn't been up in that recently, and he couldn't have been the one that got her pregnant. So he killed her. That's our motive right there.
What do you mean? She goes, "It's still the beginning of the month." I was like, "It's really the 3rd." And she goes, "No, I'm supposed to always get it on the 1st. And I was like, "Maybe you're just late. You've always been like that. Your period's always been weird." And then she goes, "No." She goes, "I could be pregnant." And she goes, "What would you do if I was pregnant?" I was like, "Well then, what would you want to do?" I was like, and she goes, "I only want it if you'd be in my life." I was like, because we would talk about trying to have a baby. like she wouldn't even say that too. Like she would want one, and then we'd come to her conclusion. We're like, no, we don't want one, and then we just back and forth with it.
He said they'd talked about having a baby before, but always agreed not to. Then the officer asked a tough question.
If she was pregnant, would it be yours, or would there be any reason it'd be someone else's?
Nah, like I said, I mean, if she was doing stuff behind my back, then. But most of the time we're always on the phone calls, talking for like hours. So I doubt, but maybe, but I always trusted her on that because I know she wouldn't do that to me either.
Bro, that's not what he asked you. He asked you if you had slept with her in the time frame to where, like, did you sleep with her a month before, bro? Did you sleep with her 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 weeks before this? Because that's how pregnancy works. It don't work like that. It don't work like I hit yesterday. Now I know she's pregnant today. Like that's not how it works.
Like I always feel like she wouldn't just tell me, oh, it's your baby and it's somebody else's. Like I don't think she was that cold like that. She was a good person. Like I wouldn't say like something.
Yeah, I've been with my girl almost 4 years now. I think 3.5, maybe 3.5, almost 4 years. Something like that. I still don't know what her period is, bro. Every month that shit surprises me. I'll be like, oh, okay.
Like that,
But detectives caught something in his tone. He spoke of Yanira in the past tense. Detectives pushed him to lay out his movements after leaving, the exact route he took, and he did, but flat out denied ever stopping at the gas station.
Just how did you get home? Did you make any stops on the way home?
Not at all.
Okay, none at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Went straight home. I was pretty tired myself. So.
What route do you take to go home then?
All the way straight to Pasco, and then Pasco, I go to Kennewick through the Blue Bridge, and then just go straight to Kennewick through like all the traffic lights, all that stuff, like passing, like I think it's Columbia Drive or something.
Yeah.
He claimed he got on the freeway and drove straight to his sister's place. The detectives laid it out for him. People suspected him because he was the last person seen with her, and because of the ugly history he had with her.
Like, I have scratch marks on here that she scarred me from when we fought, and that time when I hit her, I pushed her off me. I never punched her or anything like that. I would just push her off me where she would fall and hit something. And I know it was a shitty thing, and one time I did.
Y'all ever seen the movie He Got Game with Denzel Washington? Remember he pushed his wife, she hit her head on the stove and she died. So he had to go to jail for life because they said that was murder or something. But it was an accident. I think bro watched He Got Game. And that's what he's trying to say. Like, yeah, I pushed her and she would fall on the stuff. No, bro. No.
Hit her with my shoes because she was also.
Detectives then steered the conversation to what he thought might have happened after he left.
I assumed maybe she left her in her car after everything when she went missing. Either that, but I always, I don't know, man, maybe she...
Hey guys, like Saltwater said, make sure you double tap the stream. It helps out the stream a whole bunch. Appreciate you guys. Let us get those likes up for real, for real. Let's get up to 50 here real quick. Also, if you're new around here, definitely hit the subscribe button, guys. We're an awesome community, the best chat on YouTube. Very smart, the people in the chat are way smarter than me. Just put it like that. But yeah, you know what I mean? So definitely subscribe, stick around, enjoy yourself, because it's a great community to be a part of.
That's what I was thinking. I don't have no idea. I thought maybe she walked to Anna's house, but then obviously if Anna hasn't seen her, I don't know, I was just thinking of different possibilities, scenarios, but I don't know, every one of them could be a stretch.
When he found out she was missing, he called her over and over again, but she never answered.
But I know it's when I call, it's either she has it blocked or her phone's off. Because when I call, it just goes straight to voicemail. And I've called plenty of times that day. I don't know. But I always delete my messages and call logs and stuff like that. So that's why I don't care if you guys go through the phone. Yeah. But it's not just because of her. I just have that habit of, because I always tell her.
That's real shit though. I always delete my texts because that shit be taking up hella space on your phone. Like if you just leave your text messages on your phone forever, bro, them shits take up hella room on your phone, like all the pictures and shit like that. But in terms of call logs, bro, that's weird as fuck deleting your call logs. Either way, they'll be able to check all that shit with the phone records with the phone company if he's lying or not.
I have that bad habit of when I cheat on girls, when I used to cheat on girls and stuff, I just had that bad habit of deleting everything.
Then the officer asked him the toughest of all questions.
Do you think Yanira's dead? I hope not. I hope not. I don't think that at all. But I was worried about that. Because my brother-in-law did ask me, he's like, you think something worse happened to her? And I was like, dude, I don't even want to think like that. Like, I don't think she is. I think she's probably, my worst scenario is thinking she's probably with the guy.
After the interview, the officers asked for his consent to search his car and his home, and he agreed without putting up a fight. A forensic tech pulled a single strand of black hair from the trunk and sent it off for DNA testing. While they waited on the results, now the focus shifted to building a watertight case. They knew he lied about where he had been. The knives told their own story, but without a motive in supporting evidence, it wasn't enough. Did anyone actually see him with her that night? Was there something deeper that could explain why he might have killed her? Those were the questions driving the next step. The officers turned their attention to Yanira's circle, starting with the friends who had been with her at the birthday party. If there were answers, they were hidden somewhere in that group. Martin Escobedo stood out from the rest that night. Unlike most of the group, Martin didn't overdo it. He had one beer and stopped there, which made him one of the few sober people in the room. From what he remembered, the night was a blur of alcohol for everyone else.
Later at night, well...
Hey Sheila, welcome to the chat.
I want to say like maybe 45 minutes, they showed up, and then they started drinking again. Drinking and freaking shots, mixed drinks, everything. I mean, they were... But it's her birthday, you know? Mm-hmm. Y luego, pues, around midnight, we decided to go. And Anna wanted to drive. And I got up, I was like, hey, you can't drive, I'll take you home, whatever, I can drive. So I went to go get my pickup, and I was bringing it up just to get her, because they started arguing. Mm-hmm. So I freaking, all of a sudden, I freaking saw Janina run away, like ran. She ran towards El Puente, the bridge that's right here in Moses, the casino. That direction. Mm-hmm. That's the last time I remember seeing her.
Okay. He saw the fight break out from a distance, and when Yanira took off running, he started pacing toward them. But by the time he reached Anna, she was already on the ground.
So, not even 2 minutes passed, I noticed Anna laying on the ground. She was laying there, and I went to go grab her, pick her up, and carry her. She's a big girl, but I wouldn't be able to carry her on my back.
Yeah, this is their friend. So did Anna just get those marks on her face from falling faded? Is that how she got the bruise and the mark on her nose?
Carry her to my truck, and I was like, hey, let's go home. When I got to my pickup, my buddies that were there, they said that she was bleeding. So I was like, what happened? Oh, I tripped, we were like, did somebody punch you or something? But she wouldn't say anything. She's like, oh, I just want to go home, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay. I put her on my truck, and we took her.
No, not the baby daddy. He's just a friend, and he was the one that drank the least that night. Everyone else was faded. He only had one beer. Yeah, Anna face planted.
So Martin never crossed paths with Johnny that night. In fact, he said he had never seen him before.
Do you know her ex? I don't know. I know his name is Johnny, but from Anna. That's all I know. That I don't even know his last name. Something Johnny. I know that starts with a C. Okay. But that's all I know about that guy, the ex. I've never met the guy. I don't even know what he looks like.
Okay. Another friend the officer spoke to was Javier Hinojosa. He knew the group well: Yanira, Anna, Martin, and a few others. But there was one person he thought stood out that night: Alex. In Hinojosa's mind, Alex wasn't just another guest. He was Yanira's new boyfriend.
I can't, I'm working. So I'm like, but if you guys go somewhere else, just let me know and I can probably go. But for the moment, I'm working. And they're like, oh, okay, that's fine. We'll let you know if we do something besides that. So they were eating, drinking with Martin and Alex. I think that's the other guy's name.
Okay.
Just her friend or boyfriend. I don't know who that was.
Who's boyfriend?
I think Yanita's.
Could that have been the trigger? If Johnny found out about Alex, that could have been enough to push him over the edge. But Hinojosa wasn't sure if Alex was even her boyfriend. He didn't make it to dinner, but joined the group later at the casino for drinks.
So I went, they were there, and we started drinking. We started taking shots, and everything was going good so far, just like a normal night. And then her phone was going off like nonstop.
Whose phone?
Jenny's.
Yeah, Dose, I think Alex is the baby daddy. So when she asked, remember when she was like, I think I'm pregnant, she probably told him it's Alex, baby. And then he fucking flipped.
Okay. Yeah. And then her friend was like, is he still calling you? And then I was like, who? I'm like, oh, her ex. I'm like, oh, okay. And then, the phone kept ringing nonstop, like through the night, the whole night. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe that's why he wouldn't stop calling her. If Johnny learned about this new guy, it would explain the nonstop calls and why he rushed back from Hermiston that night. So, Hinojosa was busy talking to other friends at the bar when he noticed Anna and Yanira were not there anymore.
Then, after we were done eating, we went to go get more drinks, and then I was talking to my friend Larry, and we turned around and they weren't there. So I'm like, oh, they probably went to the bathroom. But then after that, I saw they left. They went throughout the door. I was like, they're probably going home,
Then he tried
Yeah, Dose, I can see that playing out for sure.
Anna first, but she never answered. She was already on the ground after trying to stop Yanira from leaving. So he called Yanira instead, and this time she picked up.
And then Anna, I called Anna first, and then she didn't answer. And then I called Yanira, and I was like, hey, did you go home already? And then she's like, yeah, I went home, but Anna, she's being crazy. She's not letting me drive. And then I was like, well, you shouldn't drive because you already had too many drinks on you. And then she's like, oh, well, can you come pick me up? Like, I'm walking by Walmart. I'm like, why are you walking by Walmart? And then I'm like, yeah, I go get you.
He stepped out into the parking lot and saw Martin there, furious with Yanira for what she'd just done to Anna.
And then I was walking outside, and Martin and Alex, they were there, and then he's like, hey, where are you going? I'm like, oh, I'm going to go pick up Yanira because she left walking. Why would she leave walking? You could have called a taxi or give her a ride. And then Martin was like, no, just leave her, let her walk. I'm like, no, it was already 12. I think it was already 12. And I was like, no.
Yeah, this guy's a good guy. It don't even seem like he's like super tight with them. He's just like a casual friend and just was like, bro, it's her birthday. I'm not finna let her walk at midnight. Like, you know what I mean? He just seems like a nice guy. Like, he don't seem like he was trying to mac on any of these chicks or nothing. He just wanted to be a part of the friend group.
I'm gonna go take her.
Anna was bleeding. Yanira had hit her before taking off.
I went back to the bar, and then because Anna was bleeding and her nose was bleeding, so we wanted to know what happened. So, and she was super drunk, so I don't know because the next day I was like, who hit you? I'm like, did somebody hit you? Did a guy hit you? And then she said her head like, yes. And then the next day they told me, well, no, I fell. But her forehead, like it didn't sound like
she fell.
Yeah.
See, this dude's not stupid. He said, did a guy hit you? Because that punch did look lethal, bro. Like, I think chicks is punching each other, like especially them two girls, bro. They didn't have the fighting knowledge to punch somebody in their head and nose, leave that much damage and not break their hand. You know what I'm saying? You don't never want to punch nobody in their forehead or in the top of their head. That's the hardest parts of your head. That's why in boxing, when guys are taking punches, a lot of times they'll duck their head like this so that the punch will go either slide off of them or they hit the hardest part of their head and not the soft spots that are in your face.
But by the time he reached Walmart, Johnny had already picked her up.
So when I was at Walmart, by Walmart, I was like, hey, where you at? She's like, oh, I'm fine. Like, someone already picked me up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, okay. And then in the background, there was another guy's voice. He was like, who the f*** is that? And like, what the fuck did I tell you about talking to people? And then they hang up. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then a few minutes go by and she calls me. She's like, hey, I'm fine. Like, don't worry about it. She's like, are you still talking to him? Like, all rude. And I was like, sí, anda con el ex. Pretty sure that when she gets super drunk, she talks to him. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, okay, well, at least, he's getting taken home. And then we went back to the casino, and then we were talking there with the girls, and then we called her the night, and that's pretty much what I remember.
Okay.
It all started to make sense now. Johnny probably knew about her new boyfriend from the party, and that's likely who he thought Hinojosa was when he saw those calls. Yanira was celebrating her birthday, and plenty of guys were buying her drinks. A lot of them showed interest. But was it just random strangers at the bar? Could someone closer have been hiding something deeper?
But the one who was really interested was Martin. As you can see, he has a hard time talking to girls, so they're the only ones that... But I see him as a friend because, I'm obviously married. Aunque de vez en cuando, ¿verdad? Yeah. But...
See, I told you, dude was not worried about those chicks like that. He had more like a brotherly vibe. And I never trust dude friends. Ladies, I tell y'all all the time, I never trust dudes and women being platonic friends. Like, I don't trust that shit, but that doesn't mean that my biases are always correct. They might be correct 90% of the time, but there is a 10% of people who can platonically be friends. You know what I mean? And the fact that he has a wife and shit like that, that tells me that, like, he was not interested in these women. Like, you know what I mean? They were probably just some women that hanged around his homeboys and then he became cool with.
No, I had never seen her like that, any type of way. Okay.
The last friend detective spoke with was Anna. Once her facial injuries healed enough, she sat down with them to talk. According to Anna, Yanira was talking to Johnny that night.
From the drive to Moses Lake to Ephrata, she was on the phone with Johnny.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Anna explained that the fight didn't begin in the parking lot. It actually began in the restroom before that. Yanira was on the phone with Johnny, and Anna took it from her, trying to get him to stop bothering her, and that enraged Yanira.
I don't remember what she said to him. And then I was like, let me see the phone. And so she gave me the phone, and I was like, hello? And he was like, hey, what's going on? And I was like, why are you calling her right now? Like, why are you bothering her? She's with me. Like, what do you think we're going to do? And then he was like, and then I was getting irritated, and I was like, why are you going to come? Because he kept saying that she had told me that he was in Arizona, or out of state.
Anna and Johnny never got along. In fact, Johnny believed Anna was more than just a friend to Yanira.
She told me that he had mentioned a couple of times, actually a lot of times, that he didn't like me, that he doesn't like us hanging out, that he even thought at one point that me and her had like a relationship, as in like that I liked her and she liked me.
Come on, bro. You sitting here accusing your girl of lesbian love with her best friend? Bro, she had kids before you. She got pregnant after you. There's no indicator that she was gay.
And that he just didn't like me. Because he said that I was putting things into her head.
Anna had always been the one to step in, the one Yanira could lean on. But that night, Yanira shut her out. Now, all she's left with is the memory of that fight and the thought that it didn't have to happen. A few days later, the DNA results from that strand of hair in Johnny's trunk came back. It confirmed what they feared. The hair was a 98% match to Yanira. This evidence was enough to move in on him. They had been holding off on arresting him, hoping he would lead them to Yanira's body. But now, they couldn't wait any longer. The arrest had to look clean, so they disguised it as a routine charge for
So they found her hair in his car or some shit?
driving with a suspended license, keeping suspicions low and avoiding alerting Johnny's family.
So, what looks like happened was you showed up when my sergeant was here?
Yeah, I believe when he was talking to my sister.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you know what? You can't drive, man.
Huh?
You can't drive.
Well, I wasn't driving though.
He said he saw you pull up.
Oh.
Right? So, you understand that's a crime, right?
Yeah.
So, I need to take you into custody for suspended driving. You're going to go to my office, we'll fill out a ticket, and it's not that big of a deal. Okay? I need you to go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
From there, Johnny was taken straight to the station.
Yo, you right. Even if they don't want it no more, as soon as someone else wants it, it makes them want it again.
Meanwhile, the sergeant briefed his team, and their conversation revealed just how carefully they were playing this.
So we're not sure the status of the brother and his involvement, so we're trying to make sure that nobody knows that we're even in town yet.
Okay, so they all think that he's being arrested for suspended misdemeanor. I have his phone.
Yes, perfect.
He wanted to leave it. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's a policy. We don't let people pass stuff off once they're in custody.
Nice.
When they pulled the photos from his phone, the truth hit like a punch. Johnny had been with Yanira after she was already dead. The disturbing images showed him violating her body, and the reports later described how it went on for hours. Police took samples from everywhere in Yanira's apartment, but found nothing. No bleach stains, no strong cleaning chemicals, and no signs of a struggle. It was spotless, almost like nothing ever happened there. That raised more questions than answers. Weeks went by with no breakthrough. Yanira's body was still.
So bro took weird pictures of her after she was passed away and did stuff to her after she was passed away. Don't people, when they pass away, pee and poop on themselves? Like, that's gross. And another thing, why is dude holding on to these photos? You know the police are looking for you. You know that you're a person of interest. Oh man, that just leaves more questions than answers.
Still missing. On May 12, 2022, the police turned to a tech agency called LexisNexis. Using a tool called ZETX, they mapped Johnny's phone movements from the early morning of March 4th. One set of coordinates stood out, a remote location where his phone had stayed for a long time. When officers got to the spot, they noticed suspicious tire tracks cutting off the main path, leading straight toward the water. They followed the track, and their body cams captured what they saw next.
That's a body.
That's a body?
That's a body.
Stop.
Just see out and back out.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to confirm, but that looks like.
Yeah, that looks like a dead body to me.
Well, yeah, but
it's pretty decomposed.
I'll just open it.
People throw dogs and all sorts of shit.
Pull it out, Kyle.
No, that's human. Look at the leg.
That's a leg. That's a female.
That's her fingernails.
That's her fingernails, yeah.
The body was inside a sleeping bag. The legs were bound with a pillowcase. Despite the advanced state of decomposition, forensic examination confirmed the identity. It was Yanira Cedillos. When the news broke, Johnny, whose real name was revealed as Juan Gastelum, was officially charged with second-degree murder and second-degree rape. He pled not guilty. Bail was set at $1 million. He's been sitting in jail ever since.
So that'd be 100,000 to get out, right? If your bail's $1 million, that's 100,000 to get out, right? Am I tripping? Hey, give Ingrid a warm welcome to the chat tonight, guys. Definitely show her some love.
His trial delayed again and again by the defense. Yanira's family is still waiting for justice. For 2 months, her family searched for answers while the truth hid in plain sight, buried deep in the jealousy of someone who once claimed to love her. In the end, this wasn't just a crime. It was a reflection of something bigger, how control and obsession can turn deadly, and how love, when twisted, becomes the sharpest weapon of all. Until next time, stay safe, and remember, sometimes the scary...
They got the guy. Hopefully we get an update. That way we can figure out if my boy gets
It's
life.
just before 2 a.m. on
This one's from Beyond Evil. Hours later, son makes a mom goes on a date. Hours later, son makes a horrifying discovery. Let's see. Just before 2 a.m. on Saturday the 13th, 2023, Officer Alex Roche is sent to check on 62-year-old Norma Carricker. Her son, 46-year-old Neil Howard, just called 911, saying she wasn't responding after returning home from a date.
September 13th, 2023, when Officer Alex Reich gets a call from dispatch to do a wellness check at the home of Norma Carricker.
Hey guys, remember, tomorrow we will be listening to the Canelo fight inside of Discord. We'll all be listening and watching and talking about it together. You know what I mean? If you want to help the beer fund, you can send it to the Venmo or the Cash App that's in the poll on your screen. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make sure we got a nice beer fund for the fights tomorrow, that's where you look out for us at. Thank you so much. Back to your regular scheduled television.
Her son, Neil Howard, has just called 911 and said that he went to check on his mother after she had come back from a date and she was not responding.
What's up?
I hear the dog whining from the basement. Mom tells me screws up the kitchen that she's got a date on the way.
Okay.
And she works like 3 jobs. This is the way I was raised. So I screws up the kitchen to take all the laundry.
Bro, drunk as fuck. Yes, in voice chat tomorrow night, we have a room called Watch Party. That's where we'll be listening to the fight, okay? We'll be watching it at our house, and then we'll all be able to talk. But we'll be listening in there, too, as well.
On the kitchen table, throw it in the laundry room. I don't want to see nothing. I guess it's that date on the computer, or on the tenders or whatever. I don't know. I'm afraid to go in that room. I hear the dog whining in that room.
So you live here, sir?
I live in the basement, man. I had open heart surgery 1.5 years ago.
Okay. So what is your...
So I'm about to move out this weekend. Everything went silent. I hear the guy go out the back door.
Okay. Is your mom okay?
I'm scared to open the door. Huh.
Okay. Where's your...
I hear the dog whining behind the door. Everything...
I would ask, bro, how did you get here, bro? I know your drunk ass didn't walk. Because you would have sobered up some. How did your drunk ass get here, bro? Where do you live? He's saying he don't want to open that door because he feels like, well, if I called the cops and I was on the outside, there's no way they could say I did this shit.
We just went shut up and she goes, she turned the country music on real loud so I can't hear.
So she did that?
My mom does it every day. Blast it. Some old sorrow country music. Okay. She misses her husband or whatever, but she's bringing.
She bringing guys into the house. He's still mad that her and her daddy ain't, his daddy and her ain't together no more. Boy, you like 50 years old. You 50 years old. Let your mama move on because it looks like your daddy already gone.
Guys into the house.
Yeah. So unfortunately, she can't do that.
Yeah, she had a 5-year thing to where she wasn't allowed to do it. When that 5 years is up, she started doing it.
Well, she's allowed to have. What I'm trying to convey to you is she's allowed to have people in the house because it's her house. Right. We can certainly check on her though and make sure she's okay if you live there.
Please.
Certainly.
The man, 46-year-old Neil Howard, is distraught and intoxicated. He has been living in the basement of the home for the past few months while recovering from heart surgery, and now it's becoming quickly obvious that something tragic has happened. Join us as we delve into the mysterious death of Norma Carricker.
It's free. The fight is free. If you guys got Netflix already, it's free.
The back door, the sliding door open, and she goes, "You ain't gotta go, you ain't gotta leave."
So you heard her?
I heard her.
So she's okay?
That's the last I heard of her.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, how about this? How about you go see if you can get her to come out here before we go inside? Troy 194. Go ahead. We made contact with a son who is extremely intoxicated. He lives in the basement. He's going to try to get his mother to come outside right now. We are secure. What's up, dude?
You go.
Why do I have to go?
I'm telling you, she ain't gonna get up.
Okay, but you can hear her?
She's not a word. I pushed her a couple times. She's bleeding out the mouth.
She's what?
Bleeding out the mouth. Man.
Police department. Police department.
Do what?
That's how
Ma'am. Ma'am. Police department. Police department.
You said she's got blood coming out of her mouth?
I said she's not.
Hey, pop him, detain him. Where'd that guy go?
Turn around.
He went out the back door.
For right now, let's see your van to take.
146, can you roll out here?
You fucking kidding me?
Listen, you're just being a tango.
Have female bleeding out the face. Not conscious. Not breathing. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Yeah, for Troy, roll you, man.
Ma'am. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Copy, female, not conscious, not breathing.
Oh, fuck.
That's the video, not me.
Start me some other units, please. She said a male went out the back. She appears to be choking. Somebody strangled her. I'll be starting CPR.
I'll put him in my car and go away. Walk me.
As the patrolman continues to perform CPR on the woman, other officers and emergency personnel arrive on the scene as Neil is taken to a patrol vehicle for safekeeping. The perimeter around the house is quickly secured. Outside, other patrolmen congregate with Officer Reich to get their bearings on what has happened.
Fuck. (194 to 146). You might want to get a canine track started.
Hey, send me that on hey Floridian, DM me that on DM me whatever you're using on what's the name? On Discord. Let me know what you're using for that.
He said Somebody ran out the back door. He's intoxicated. It looks like somebody wrapped a bungee cord around her neck.
Okay, where was dude at when you got here?
He was outside. We contacted him. It's a towel.
136, 182. Do you want to see if anybody's got a dog on just in case there is an additional person?
Guys, we are on the road to 10,000 subscriptions. If you can help us out by hitting that subscribe button, it would definitely go a long way. We're just under 5,300. So help us get to our next goal of 10,000. Every subscriber counts. Every subscriber matters. So make sure you help the community grow by hitting that subscribe button and liking the stream if you haven't already.
Detroit, can you contact any agency that has a canine on for a possible track?
So we rolled up here. He's outside. He's intoxicated. He said that his mom is over here having sex with somebody, right?
Definitely send a few bucks to the Cash App and the Venmo, guys. Let's get the beer fund right for tomorrow's fights. You know we're going to have a good time in Discord.
Right. And so me and Zach asked him to go get her and bring her out here.
So he was standing outside.
And he says she's currently talking to him. He's like, well, she keeps turning up the music. He's like, some guy just ran out the back door, and she keeps saying, no, you don't have to go. So we initially thought she's in there.
Sees this guy.
No, he just said he heard the back door open.
So
here's the thing.
Oh, so he was at the front?
No, he walked out, met us in the driveway.
Okay.
Showed up super intoxicated. Started explaining how his mom would invite random men over to have sex with them, and they would leave off of Tinder.
Okay.
So then he was like, hey man, you live here.
His mom freaky as hell. His mom was on Tinder. He was mad about that. He didn't like that, bro. But it's her house, bro. She can bring her Tinder dates over. I didn't know old people be on Tinder. I didn't know 80-year-olds be on Tinder. Who was popping up? What kind of man was popping up? I need to know.
Yeah, he goes, I heard the back door open and close. And then he goes, she turned the country music up way loud.
Okay.
He said, I knocked on the door. She said, no, you don't have to leave. And that's the last we heard from her, like earlier in the night.
Okay.
So when we showed up, he asked us to go inside out.
Crafty, that's a Discord conversation. I'm sure he'll let you know on Discord, Crafty.
Alex asked him, you go see if you can get her to come talk to us. Because he was making it seem like she was fine, just didn't want to talk to him.
He was trying to make it seem like she's in there banging somebody.
He comes outside and says,
Ingrid said, Mom needs love too. Triple Z said, I should have swiped left on Norma. Y'all funny as hell, bro.
She's in there laying down, she's bleeding from the mouth. So we went in. I tell him to sit down because he's starting to get agitated. He's like, why are you guys coming at me like that? He realizes obviously something has happened to her, whether she's been choked or strangled or what, but she's bleeding.
She had a bungee cord wrapped around her neck.
He's detained in my car.
So this may be your dad.
Maybe. Okay. But on the off chance he's telling the truth, have a dog come out. If they start to lead us somewhere, we might have something. If they say there's nothing in the full shit.
He was leading us to believe that she was still currently inside.
Alive and
fine, just banging somebody.
Yeah.
And then she had it wrapped around her neck. I don't know, but there's blood on the pillow. Looks like somebody.
Still on her neck when you...
Yeah, so I took it off and I started CPR. She's warm, but she ain't gonna make it. I will tell you, that's my opinion on it.
The house is cleared right now. The garage is cleared.
We have zero.
I don't want to go one.
That side of the house over there on the outside.
No, I'll double check. Let me check.
I'm looking at both here real quick too.
We don't have him identified yet or anything like that.
All right.
It's easy to get caught up in speculation, and the officers realize that their witness might not be completely reliable, either due to his intoxicated state or the possibility of his involvement. They have to look at all of the possibilities.
If his story is
Yeah, Virginia, I think the son killed her. I don't think her Tinder encounters would kill her. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they were coming over and banging her, bro, they were just gonna leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like that mission accomplished. Like that wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he didn't like the idea of his mom having dudes in the house. And he was probably in the basement. He probably had to listen to that shit. So he got drunk and just snapped.
Legit. And he's in the basement.
Is what I believe. That's what I think happened.
If whatever happened with her, I mean, he's saying like somebody took off out the back door.
Okay. But also after he said somebody took out the back door, he made contact with her and that she was fine after he heard that.
Yes, and I also asked, was there any other cars in the driveway? And he just kept saying, I don't know. Because if someone's going to come over here for a Tinder date or a hookup, I don't think they walk here unless I came from...
And her car's over here.
We haven't ran any cars yet, but either she wrapped that around her neck herself, but there's a lot of blood in that pillow. So,
or he may have done it in his intoxicated state.
Because he was making it seem like that he was with her after that, you know, and he was the last person to see her. What do you think? Because he was saying out here.
He's leaning towards him because he's so drunk.
Because
he was already aggravated. Because he's in such a rage, part of me's thinking it's him. But once again, some of the stuff I've...
Hey, Krill, welcome to the chat, boy. You funny as hell. You funny as hell.
It could also be somebody came over for a little piece of ass.
He was...
Told YouTube, welcome to the chat, my boy.
He was saying, when we were here, he's like, oh, she's still good. She keeps saying, I don't want to talk to me or something.
He might have looked in there and thought she was fine. If it wasn't him.
He's in shock that he did that, and now he's making up this.
Oh, shit.
Who do you have, Neil Howard?
Yes. What'd she say?
We have an extensive history with him.
Neil does have an extensive history in Troy and the surrounding communities, and so does his mother, Norma. Norma was the widow of a former mayor of Troy, Tom Carricker, a beloved community member who passed away just 5 years before. Neil, Tom's stepson, had a number of incidents of domestic violence calls and even a case against him in the previous dozen years. He'd managed to avoid jail time and convictions, but most officers on the local police force at least knew of him if they hadn't specifically dealt with him. They had no choice but to consider him at least a person of interest and to take him away from the scene and down to the police station for further questioning.
They said child abuse. Usually that's like your kid, you know what I mean? That's not like SA. That's like physical abuse, like, you know, whooping them too hard or like neglecting them. How the fuck did he pass his seed, bro? And I know I say it the other way, like who the fuck would put their seed in this lady? But ladies, what lady let him pass this seed, bro? His seed is gonna be evil. Like no redeeming qualities about this man. Come on, ladies, we got to do better.
Local police weren't the only ones with thoughts about Neil, and as they canvassed Norma's neighbors that night, they heard some strange stories.
Hey, I'm sorry to wake you, Mom, sir.
You're fine, don't worry. They go crazy.
I'm Alex. I'm with the police department here. So we unfortunately had an incident over here.
I was wondering.
So, I'm just reaching out to you. Have you heard anything tonight?
No, not until these guys all started barking.
So tonight's been quiet, anything like that?
Yeah.
Do you know who lives there?
Norma Carricker and her son and different relatives are always moving in and out.
So, let's go back recently. Any different relatives, anything like that?
Just her son.
So just her son's been there recently?
Mm-hmm. He's kind of different.
Do you know her son's name?
No.
Have you noticed anything like unusual or anything like that over the last couple days?
He's unusual. He rides the lawnmower down to get the mail. He comes out in what looks like her nightgown. I mean,
is bro Bobby Boucher? He just driving the lawnmower around town like Bobby Boucher, the water boy. Get the fuck out of here, bro. I didn't think that was real shit.
I mean, he's different.
So he comes down and comes out in her nightgown?
Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Okay. One day he was out and different things, and yeah, he's...
How long has he been living there?
Oh, a long time. A year.
Okay. Are there a lot of guys coming and going from over there?
Always.
So a lot of
There's a black-
dates and stuff.
Oh, just all the time.
Well, like what
There's
dates?
a black pickup truck with a black camper shell, and I know that's a friend of his.
Did you see that tonight by chance?
Pardon?
Did you see that tonight by chance anytime?
I'm not paying that much attention. A lot of times there's a lot of different headlights coming and going, but no.
Yeah, because I can actually that. Yeah, because it's a black Silverado. Yeah.
My mama said. My mama said. My mama said.
Black Silverado.
Single
cab, short bed, with a black camper shell.
And it's over there a lot.
And that is I'm not going to say an older gentleman, but he's in like his 50s or so that
and
drives that.
It's a friend of the son's.
Yeah.
Then she has a very good friend. His name is Terry. I don't know Terry's last name.
I think I got Terry's number.
Okay, but that's a friend of Norma's that comes and goes. And it was really kind of funny because 2 weeks ago, all of a sudden, Terry came in, and he's not over there a whole lot. And he used to be before the son moved in. But then Terry came in, and then Terry left, and then the daughters were coming and going. They've all got white SUVs, and there was a lot of motion all of a sudden. And then sort of like everybody left, and that was it.
As forensics teams began working over the house for any sign of clues, officers and detectives began following up on leads, questioning Norma's other friends and relatives, co-workers, and trying to find any kind of electronic or surveillance evidence of someone coming or going from Norma's house. Two detectives also...
Well, she had a Ring doorbell camera, it looked like. Or she had cameras on her house, it looked like. If whatever the fuck that was they showed just now, wait. Hold up.
began following up on leads, questioning Norma's other friends and relatives, co-workers, and trying to find any kind of electronic or surveillance.
See, what's that? Is that in her house? If that's in her house and that's on, there should be video of a guest in that house besides the son that night, right?
Surveillance evidence of someone coming or going from Norma's house. Two detectives also sat down with Neil in an interview room to see what they could learn from him.
Okay, I'll get you some, okay? Yeah, look at my fucking left hand. I got you, You see the scar from my wrist to my fucking elbow?
Nah, I can't really see it, bud.
Well, I can see it now.
Hang on.
I ain't here to cause no trouble, man. I want to know how my mom is. I'm fine, bro. I ain't know I'll see peace. I don't want to cause no problem.
I appreciate that.
Man, I see the dirty come out. Listen, she's on that damn computer having guys. It's embarrassing to me, but I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Hey, JB2, welcome to the chat. Yeah, we're a true crime review channel. We do live reactions and we discuss the cases. The chat is the star of the show. I'm only a co-host.
But let me see your hands. Make sure you're okay. So, you're all right.
See me? I had a...
Oh, I see. Okay.
You see, you should not be doing me like that.
I got you. I see you.
Okay. My picture's all okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick couple of pictures of you real quick, okay?
I'm gonna get a picture of your hands too, okay? But grab a seat so you don't, that way you can sit and chill out.
Neil has some visible injuries on his hands, a small puncture wound or scratch on one finger, a bloodied spot on his lip, and a scrape on his forehead. They may be nothing, or they could be evidence of either his...
That seems like those were defensive wounds from the victim, right? Like his hands having them marks. I'm thinking because he was squeezing the bungee cord. They said that she got strangled with a bungee cord. So that scratch right there, that could be from having the bungee like gripping it. You know what I mean? Like gripping it hard as fuck. And then like the bloody mouth and the scratch, that's from her reaching up, like, don't choke me type shit. You know what I mean? That's my guess.
Guilt or innocence. Neil spends the hour or so waiting for the detectives to return. It is wearing on him, but it's also giving him time for the adrenaline of the event and for some of the alcohol to burn out of his system before he's questioned.
Hey, Neil.
We've covered multiple. This guy Neil killed his mom, though, we think. His mom was having Tinder dates over. We think that shit enraged him, having to listen to her on her dates because she was banging and he lived in the basement. So he got blackout drunk and killed his mom for doing so. That's what we believe. Or that's what I think. And I'm pretty sure the chat too. Yes, the nylon burning through his hands, Krill, exactly.
You waking up to talk to me?
Yeah.
You alright? Okay.
A little bamboozled.
Understood. How much have you had to drink? Or you?
No, my mom drinks it.
Okay.
I don't drink it to the bottom. I know better. She lets me get a couple of drinks here and there.
Bro talking like a teenager. She lets me get a couple drinks here and there. You a grown man, bro. Ain't nobody gonna tell you when to stop.
I'm unemployed. I don't have no income, nothing like that.
Okay.
I work for my sister a little bit. She and her husband, I'm supposed to give her away on Saturday. Supposed to propose to my girlfriend. So 35 years on Saturday.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Yes, it is. So you sober enough? Or are you on anything? You're enough to understand me? Understand what's going on and stuff?
My thing is this in the teeth pulled.
Okay.
They're not healed up yet. I used to talk like this.
Okay. What teeth do you have pulled?
All the front.
On the front? Oh, up top?
I get my dentures on Friday.
Okay.
I'm supposed to go to the dentist on Friday, give my sister away at the wedding on Saturday, and propose my old lady at the same time.
Okay.
And I don't know what to tell him.
Bro, ain't nobody finna marry you. You live in your mom's basement, bro. Go get a fucking job and then try to get married, okay?
I just want you guys look at the phone. You can go to Tracer 7.
Okay. Well, so hold on a second. I'm gonna grab a notepad and stuff. As long as you're not intoxicated, you're not under the influence of anything. Okay. Let me grab a notepad and stuff, and we'll talk. Okay. And then the one thing we'll have to do too, because obviously we don't know what all's going on yet. This isn't your first time around. You understand processes and stuff.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna have to.
I also know the law.
So
if I get my call, then you guys are holding me.
No, hang tight with all of that, okay?
Let's be in charge, and this is not right. That's just
none of that's going on right now, okay? We don't know what all's going on right now. So that's So let me grab a notepad. I gotta grab a form, because then obviously because we don't know what's. I have to do that.
I'm not gonna get the paperwork. I'm gonna let you sign.
Yeah, that's just
before,
acknowledging, right?
Everybody got fired, alright? You can look it up, man. And it was acknowledged that I was I signed my rights for my mother, what happened there. I'm telling you guys, you can take me on record of what I've said. I don't have to sign anything.
No, absolutely, you do not. You don't have to sign anything, but I still have to read it to you.
That's fine.
Okay?
I'm willing to cooperate.
And that's all we're doing.
When I called the law, I didn't expect to get.
The only reason I say the cop is out of line is because you can fuck up your investigation. Sometimes when they be too overzealous to get them to talk, you know what I mean, and it's clear that they're under the influence or something, a good lawyer can get that shit thrown out. That's why it's important that the police do everything by the book. Even sometimes when it looks like they're not being aggressive enough, or they're not moving in the case fast enough is because they need to get it all in a line. Like they need to do it correctly so nothing can fuck up all this hard work. So yeah, what you guys are saying in the chat is might be correct. They should throw his ass in the sober tank for a few hours.
Get jerked around like that, and this and that and the other.
They didn't know what was going on.
Hey Tessa, welcome to the chat. Gary, welcome to the chat.
That's why I got you here. That's why I got you a bottle of water. That's why I'm trying to find out what's going on.
Where is Coins at?
Oh, he retired a long time ago. Yeah.
You know, he always treated me fair.
I'm not gonna do anything
Not
different
like
than
this,
that.
but that is the mayor's self house.
I know.
All right, and they had an agreement with them. She had to wait so long to let guys come over and have sex with her. Yeah, whatever they're doing up there, man. We warned her that it was trouble.
Neil is still
Hey, shout out Gold Coast, Australia, man. Welcome to the chat, Sean.
pretty intoxicated, and he would later explain that he had been drinking throughout the day before, mixing vodka and Kool-Aid. He would explain that Norma also drank heavily throughout the day, even while she was working at either of her jobs as a waitress. They allow him another hour and a half of waiting in the room before returning to question him again.
They haven't said, but if I'm guessing, I think it's Texas.
Please tell us.
That's his shirt. Texas people love Texas. And he got a Texas shirt on. So that lets me believe it's Texas.
This evening was said that she called me, usually expect her about 8:30. She got a new job in St. Jacob, the Rooster, she calls.
Who did?
My mother.
Okay, she got a job at the Rooster? Okay. That was about 8:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she usually calls me and asks me if I want something on the way home to eat. And she says she's going to have company. And it says that don't gotta clean the whole kitchen, just spruce up the kitchen. It's gonna be a while. I'm driving my
Ahmed, welcome to the chat, my boy. Or Ahmad, my bad, my apologies. Welcome to the chat.
car up first. I got a headlight on the car. And I said, no, Gary. You bring company home. She goes, just don't take all them clothes off the kitchen table and throw them in the laundry room. And
Vodka and Kool-Aid, bro. Don't that sound like some college-ass drink? He old as hell, bro. He should have graduated to whiskey or scotch or something by now. This dude just fucking bottom feeder drinker.
See, that's what it is. She goes and put a new smell good thing in the dog and put it on the counter. There's
Hey, thank you for the sub, JB. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, guys. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. That way YouTube doesn't control when and how you see our videos. It'll let you know every time we're live. Just make sure you got post notifications on.
dog. She got a winter dog.
Mm-hmm.
The winter dog's incense thing.
Like a little candle melt thing?
One of them things. And she had the candle melt thing there. And
Yeah, he was, Ingrid. You called that. He didn't want to do chores.
I wiped off the Kool-Aid off the counter, put the thing and the dog on the counter, and grabbed all the clothes and threw them in the laundry room. And I went downstairs because the dog don't bark. I went downstairs and I could hear the car out front. I guess she jumped in his car.
Shout out that boy Gary Crawford, man, helping sponsor tonight's episode. Chat, show him some love. You know the super chatters are the heartbeat of this channel and the whole reason why we're able to do it. So thank you so much for contributing, my boy Gary.
Left hers. I didn't get to see anything. I wanted to go up there just to, make my presence known, but I was scared, Mama. It's the only place I got to go.
Right.
I'm moving out on Friday. And then I didn't hear nobody at all. I could just hear the car pull up in the car door. So I didn't go back up. That was it. So then when I'm laying there in bed, I keep earplugs next to bed. I don't make a peep. I don't want to go up there when our presence known, but my mom will threaten to call the cops, even if I'm out of line. You know, I've been over my out of line. If I disobey, you know, if I don't take trash out, did a curb on time, whatever. And I put my earplugs in, then I could hear the banging, bang, 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 the headboard. So loud right there.
I told y'all he could hear mommy's freaky escapades, and he snapped. He was like, "That's my daddy's woman. That bed is for my daddy." And he snapped out after the dude left.
Go to bed. And my mom making all kinds of ruckus.
Detectives Newcomb and Hayes try to establish some kind of solid timeline to whatever led up to Norma's death. They try to get Neil to reconstruct the evening for them.
What time was that? Do you remember when you went to spruce up the kitchen?
No, as soon as she called me, about 8:30.
Okay. And what time did you hear the car?
About 9:30.
About 9:30?
About 8:40 when she called me, because it's later than usual. And then she says...
So was she at the rooster? Did she already start the job, or?
Yeah, she was already getting off.
Oh, okay, so she's getting off work from the rooster.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she usually called me before that, because she got a headlight on her car. And now, you know, when she goes the back road to come from the rooster to her house. And she said, "I'm going to park my car at the house, and I'm going to jump in the car with him." So I only pulled over. And I knew she had the headlight on.
Okay. Which car's hers?
Which made sense. The Ford.
The red car?
Yeah.
That's parked right here at the back of the house?
Police would be able to verify these times that Neil had given them by checking with the security cameras at
I believe he's 47.
Norma's evening job at the Lucky Rooster Pub and Eatery in nearby St. Jacob, Illinois. Exterior cameras would catch a glimpse.
Yeah, he knows. He went in there. Well, he did it, but he went in there and showed the police her dead body.
Of her Ford Escape being followed closely by a Ford Mustang. A friend of Norma's would verify later in a police interview that the man following her was one she had met through the Plenty of Fish app and had planned to take him home that night.
Damn, his mama was on Tinder and Plenty of Fish? That's wild.
The two vehicles would come
That's crazy work, bro.
back to Norma's house, where she would leave her car parked in the driveway. A nearby speed camera would catch a shot of the Mustang leaving the Silver Creek area, heading to the Timeout bar. The two would spend the next hour or so at Timeout, first going into the bar where it was obvious that Norma knew some of the patrons. Norma orders a mixed drink, and the man, later identified as James Carter from St. Louis, ordered a beer. After a few minutes, the two head out onto the outdoor patio to talk for a while, and then they return inside, sitting close together at a table. They seem utterly at home and comfortable with each other, chatting, laughing, touching now and then. Norma gets up and apparently heads to the restroom as James goes and watches an individual play video games while he waits. The two leave together and head back to her home. Timestamps from the security videos would match well with everything that Neil had told the police up to this point. The kitchen in the home showed quite a few signs of mess and a few signs of sprucing up that Neil claimed to have done at his mom's request before she came home with her date. The laundry room did have some clothes within, as he suggested. A look into the basement did show not only how Neil had been living, but that there were earplugs on his nightstand, and he said he had been using them. A large jug on his nightstand also held a sizable amount of vodka and...
My boy was banging himself. What is these tissues by the bed, bro? Are these his cum rags, bro? That's disgusting, dog. Fuck the earbuds, bro. Got balled up tissue papers by his bed. What the fuck?
and Kool-Aid that he had been drinking all day. A similar concoction and an open vodka bottle were found upstairs on the kitchen counter. Investigators are still combing the crime scene looking for anything that would add to what they've been told. In the bedroom, there are bloodstains on the mattress and Norma's pillow, along with bloodstains on the bungee cord that had been wrapped around her neck. The blood, however faint, on the very end of the bungee cord hook would raise questions for the investigators in light of a small...
Told y'all, Cartel called it too, but I told y'all the bungee is how he got those marks from strangling her. Because it takes a lot to choke somebody, bro. That's not going to choke somebody. You got to, like, cut the airways off. You know what I'm saying?
Puncture wound at approximately the same size on Neil's hand. In addition, a full and intact painted fingernail was found on Norma's bed, presumably lost during the struggle. Neil would be talked to again. At this point, he's still being held in that limbo state between being a suspect and being a witness.
He got some pizza, though. He got some pizza in a water bottle. He might start telling now.
Officers have about 48 hours to make that decision on his status. Can they clear him, or can evidence be found to bring him into focus as the possible perpetrator of the crime? They apply a gentle bit of pressure and reassurance to see how he'll react. He's already told the story again, sticking to the main points that he said much earlier.
We will not leave any stone unturned, I can assure you of
I feel
that.
like I'm in so much trouble and I didn't do nothing.
Nobody said you're in any trouble. Nobody said you're in any trouble. Nobody did.
Why am I here? Like, why did I get roughed around the way I did? Why am I in this cell?
Neil, here's...
Shout out to the chat. Did anybody else know that guy that was going in? Did anybody else notice the guy that was in the chat that was like, going in about corrupt police, and then everyone just ignored him, and then he went away? Like, I've been chuckling to myself about that for about 3 minutes, dog.
Here's something you got to understand. When we get a call like that...
I called.
I know.
The dog was whining in there. And then I heard somebody leave.
I got you. And again, I don't know any of that. And I know that you wanted to tell me all of that, and I don't know any.
Hey, Jeffro, welcome in. Is that your homie, dog? I wouldn't be repping my boy right now.
Of that because I just got here to work. So I'm here fresh, and they told me that you were hungry, and I said, well, let's get his medication, let's get him taken care of. So this is just one of those things where I wanted to make sure that you got squared away. And when you started talking to me, you know more than I do.
No.
And so, you know, while you were taken in handcuffs, what I can tell you is that we just have one shot. We just have one shot, and we just want to make sure that we cover our bases, and that's all it is. That's all it is. Do you want me to leave?
I like to keep not talking to my sister.
Okay, let me go ask the lieutenant if I can make that happen, okay?
Yeah.
All right, hang in there, okay?
Part of that one shot was making sure that full DNA samples were taken from Norma's body, the murder weapon, and the surrounding room and bedclothes. In addition, the broken nail was analyzed and scrapings were taken from under her remaining fingernails in hopes of
They're gonna find his DNA for sure.
finding some skin from the assailant that she may have scratched off in the struggle. In the meantime, detectives also spoke with members of his family, in particular his half-sister Jenny.
What about Neil?
Honestly, I haven't really had a relationship with Neil in years.
Okay.
Because of his bullshit, his drinking and drugging, and me and my husband cared for his kids. We basically raised his kids. His kids lived with us until they were adults. So there was a lot of animosity and stuff from him.
Because he want to roll in and try to act like a parent.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. And I back in November, whenever I
Hey, one lookout Luke, welcome to the chat, my boy.
talked to my mom in the hospital.
Cheryl, how's it going tonight? Welcome in.
I told her that she needs to get him out of there because.
And then they hit a very big wrinkle into who Neil had been, something that cast a harsher light on the man and his past.
Listen, you know if him and Norma were getting along, if they fought, if they argued. I know there was an incident in Texas with him and his father, or he was implicated in killing his father, correct? Do you know anything more about that?
I mean, we have two different dads.
Right.
So, I mean.
Damn, so the police think he killed his father already? Like he was implicated in it, but they couldn't prove it? Hey, shout out to chat. Air horn for the 50 likes, y'all. Let's get it going, man. Keep tapping them screens. Thank you guys for the 50 likes. Remember, we're on the road to 10,000 subs, guys. If you haven't subbed already, please do so. That way, YouTube doesn't control when and how you see our videos. But yeah, thank you for your time. Let's get back to the show.
I remember that. I remember going through that. I know it was in 2005.
You know where in Texas?
Mesquite, Texas.
A deep dive into the records from Mesquite, Texas, a suburb east of Dallas, showed that in 2005, Neil had been taken into custody in connection with the shooting death of his father, George Howard. Police arriving at the scene said Neil had been found sitting outside of the house, his head hanging down, and he said he shot his father in self-defense. His story was that his father had threatened him with the gun, fired a single shot inside the house at the floor, and then pointed it at Neil. The two had struggled for the gun, his son begging him to put it down, and then it went off, mortally wounding the man. A grand jury would find that self-defense would probably be found in this case, and they were unable to return a true bill of indictment against him for prosecution. Norma's co-worker and friend would also touch on this incident when discussing the rocky relationship the woman had with her own son.
What about a relationship with her son?
Her son, rocky, as all could be.
Okay.
I mean, she's always coming in complaining. He's a drunk. I guess he smokes crack in her basement. She can't stand it. He shot his.
My boy smoking crack. Motherfucker still smoking crack. I thought people stopped smoking crack like in the 90s. Goddamn.
He shot and killed her first husband, which was his dad. And she said he got out playing a mental card. And then she told me that he just got on disability and he faked it because he knew he had to act crazy to get it. So she said he was at the kitchen table flipping out saying, I killed my dad, I killed my dad. And she said that they got in an argument the other day because
I don't think he playing crazy. I mean, he definitely know right from wrong. He need to take his ass to jail, but
You're okay.
well, how motherfuckers get on disability, bro? I'm finna just be like, I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Send me a check. I'm crazy.
because Andrea was trying to send her money. Cash App was down or something, so they sent it to the son. And he fought with her and argued, it's my money, and she said, no, it's my money and you're gonna give it to me. Well, finally they got into it and she said, you best get downstairs and you better get downstairs now. And she said,
That was just the other day?
She said that.
Hey, Luke, yeah, they could just sprinkle some rocks, like some Parmesan on that motherfucker. He'll sober right up.
No, he normally stays down in the basement, and she tells me he's the type where if she don't hear from him for a couple days, she'll bring her phone down with her, being prepared to call, because I guess he's an alcoholic. He drinks like gallons of vodka and beer a day. So
I don't know. I thought it was hard to get disability. Like, even motherfucker, I know stories of people who got hurt at work and stuff and like really have back problems or like knee issues that don't allow them to work like a full shift or like do the demanding job they used to do. And it took them a few times to get disability.
She's always expecting.
But I think mental health is the hack to disability. Like, that seems like that's the hack. A lot of these people that we watch on these cases with mental health issues, they're on disability.
Expecting to find him dead down there. But yeah.
Do you know what Norma did with the money
With the money?
from the other day that her daughter sent?
No, I don't. I don't know what she used it for. I don't know what she did with it.
Okay. Do you know if Norma drank?
Norma does. And she hides it from Terry.
Okay.
And that's a daily thing.
I think she's gonna try to hide it from everybody.
Yes,
So.
her daughter and everything. Yeah, Andrea.
What about, do you know Norma ever used drugs?
No.
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 Okay.
No, she don't. She is very keen on that, and she will voice it very loudly.
Things were looking bad for Neil. He was there at the time of the murder, so he had the opportunity. He had the means to do it, as matching bungee cords to the one found around Norma's neck had been found in the home's garage. And potentially the most damning, a pair of surgical gloves were found in a trash can in the basement, ones that had suspicious staining.
Gary said, yeah, physical disability, you got to get approved. You got to get a lot of shit approved. But with mental disability, you just need a doctor or a psychologist, just one, where you probably need multiple things for the physical disability to say that you can't do that anymore. That makes sense to me, Gary.
And a tear on one of the fingers. It also became evident that even though there were security cameras all over the house, inside and out, none of them seemed to be working. Neil said that he had no idea how long they had been out. But what of the man who had been on the date with Norma? Neil said that he heard the two come in, they had rough sex upstairs, and then the door slid shut upstairs along with his mom asking the man to stay and not leave. Surely he was a prime suspect. Well, it turns out that the same traffic camera that pictured the man's Mustang heading to Norma's also videotaped it leaving her home at 11:03 p.m. And even after the man was located in St. Louis and eventually provided a DNA sample, he was ruled out as a suspect. While his DNA was found under Norma's fingernails and no one else's, it was decided that that could have happened during their sexual encounter. There were also trace amounts of his DNA on the bungee cord along with Norma's and Neil's, but it was determined that it could have been incidentally picked up from being on her body rather than being involved with the murder weapon. In addition, it could be verified.
Neil might get away with this shit, dog.
That he left the scene some 2.5 hours or more before Neil ever called 911. Coroner findings of her time of death, the traffic video timestamp, and his cell phone tracking data would rule the man out as a suspect. Curiously, during the investigation, a video turned up made by Neil himself, filmed in the basement of his mother's home. The date the video was made was not given, but the subject matter would be chilling, especially in light of what had happened on the night of September 13th. We include it here in its...
He's just holding all the power cords like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the cameras.
Its entirety unedited.
Nigga said it was so good make you slap your mama.
Edited. Basement of his on the bungee cord along of her time of death, the traffic video timestamp, and his cell phone tracking data would rule the man out as a suspect. Curiously, during the investigation, a video...
Okay, Neil's not going to get away with this.
Video turned up made by Neil himself, filmed in the basement of his mother's home. The date the video was made was not given, but the subject matter would be chilling, especially in light of what had happened on the night of September 13th. We include it here in its entirety, unedited.
Nigga said it was so good make you slap your own mama. Somebody better come over here before that happens. Barbecue so good make you want to slap your mom. I'm gonna kill the motherfucker.
In the end, Neil would be charged with murder in the.
Bro, that was the same day. He had them same clothes on. Look.
So good make you slap your own mama. Somebody better come over here before that happens. Barbecue so good make you want to slap your mom. I'm gonna kill the motherfucker.
Look, that's the same shoes and the black pants that he got on right now in the interrogation room.
In the end, Neil would be charged with murder in the death of his mother, Norma Carricker. It would take nearly 2 years before he would stand trial. He would spend that entire time in jail, unable to make the $3 million bond that had been set for him. The trial would go on for an entire week before it was sent to the jury for a decision. They deliberated for just 3 hours, rendering a verdict of guilty. Prosecutors would ask for a 45-year sentence for the man, considering his history of violence, particularly to women. But Judge Amy Mayer chose instead to levy a sentence of 30 years with no chance of parole during that time. He would be 76 years old before he would have a chance at seeing freedom again. His defense attorneys have said they will most likely file an appeal for that decision. We would like to extend our deepest sympathies to the family and loved ones of Norma Carricker, a beloved.
Man, shout out Norma. R.I.P. Norma. She seemed like a fun lady, bro. I'm so sad that she seems like she would be the type that would be in our chat. You know what I mean? Like a good sense of humor. Really free spirit. You know? Too bad she loved her son so much she let him live in the basement, because I think, like y'all said, this happened September 13th. That's literally like right now, like 30 minutes from right now. It's already September 13th for a lot of you guys. Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy the world works like that.
Mother, grandmother, and part of the community of Troy, Illinois.
Oh yeah, he an older dude himself, bro. And they gonna check his paperwork and see that he killed his own mom, bro. They not gonna rock with that in jail. They not gonna rock with that in jail. Oh, someone said he took his own life in jail. Hey, I told y'all it was Texas, man. I be knowing, bro. I be picking up the context clues. But man, that was a good episode. Y'all did y'all thing, chat. Thank you so much to all our sponsors today. Let's shout them out. I know Who Dat gifted 5 memberships. Jen signed up for a membership. Crafty re-upped his membership. Tiki dropped 2 super chats. Who Dat dropped a super chat. And Gary dropped a super chat. Guys, those are our sponsors for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for making this shit possible. Thank you so much for contributing to the cause. Without you guys, I'm just a crazy guy talking in front of a camera. So that's why I always tell each and every one of you guys I love y'all, and that you guys are the star of the show. I'm only the co-host. Y'all make it fun, man. Y'all make it a vibe in here every day, 2 times a day for at least 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, man. Shout out all the new members. Membership is only 99 cents a month, JB. My membership is 99 cents. You can sign up for it on the channel. It's a really cool place to be and a real awesome way to help support the channel, for real. You know what I mean? It's really what keeps the lights on here. Our members and our super chatters are the heartbeat of the channel. And, you know, they make it possible for me to do this for you guys each and every day. So thank you so much. Remember, if you guys want to contribute to the beer fund for tomorrow's fights, check our Cash App and our Venmo on the polls. Definitely hit us with a Cash App or a Venmo, so we could be drinking in Discord tomorrow, listening to the fights. You feel me? But anyway, man, thank you guys. I love you so much. Appreciate you for your time and your attention. I'll see y'all tomorrow. The day is here. Y'all know how long I've been waiting for this fight, man. So I'm super excited for the fights tomorrow. And be ready for a 9 a.m. Western, 12 p.m. Eastern stream tomorrow. We're probably gonna do 6 hours straight. So be here tomorrow. We're gonna do all 6 hours on one sitting. It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a party, and we're gonna take that straight into Discord to listen to the boxing fights after the stream. So definitely be on the lookout. From 12 to 6 Western time, we are going to be live tomorrow. 12 to 6. I think I said 9 earlier, but my apologies. 12 to 6 is the stream. 6 hours straight for the #1 community on YouTube. I love you guys. Peace and love. Cue the fucking outro music.
And the art of punches when you can throw 2 punches that sound like one. You can throw a punch, you can hear them. There were 2, but they sound like fucking 1 punch. Oh, they don't understand. Everybody that hears this understand the art of fighting. They know what I'm saying. He threw 2 punches that sound like 1. Now those days are gone, it's empty, I'm nothing. I'm working on feeling the art of humbleness. Can you be with me? That's the reason why I'm crying, because I'm not that person no more. And I miss him. Because sometimes I feel like a bitch. Because I don't want that person to come out, because if he comes out, hell is coming with him. And this